Yeah, we're back. That's right.
Oh,
Your favorite girls are back.
Mhm.
she's back.
Hello, it's me. Hello.
Hello.
Ooh, ladies first panel. Jamie, that's me. BondyBlue, Blue Rose Bondy on Twitter. Nicki, Dixon, everywhere. Listen, send us y'all business. We want to read you guys' emails. We want to read y'all life stories on our podcast. You can get
Right.
our podcast. Y'all can get our podcast everywhere that podcasts are. So you should do that. You know what I'm saying? I have to upload some episodes, but it'll be there.
Yo.
Okay. We might be a little behind, bitch, but listen, the last season is up there. Okay. So you can go up there and watch all of the Ooh Ladies First podcast from the last season. It should be up there ready for y'all. Well, ladies,
Right.
y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's
Ready,
do
Eddie?
it.
And we're back.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, y'all. I've been waiting for
Swap us,
this. I
Bondy.
miss y'all so much. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
miss y'all so much.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
It
Well,
has
it hasn't been a minute. It feels like that.
It's been 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks.
Yeah, so
Okay.
okay, I'm kind of right. It's been 2 weeks. Yes,
It feels like a month, low key.
for sure.
It do. It do be feeling like a long ass time. But we're
Mhm.
back like we never left.
Right.
Now,
Mhm.
I want to get into the show, and I have my shit laid out. So I'm going to go in the order of which I wanted to do the show before we came up here and new things had transpired. We're gonna get into that.
Okay.
But I do want to get into a lot of shows are coming back, you guys. Yes, if you did not know, first of all, the girls of Married to Medicine are coming back, and they have some new faces here. Okay, first we got Angel. We have Angel.
Angel.
Angel used to be on
Yeah.
Basketball Wives LA, I believe, back in the day. Her and Angel Brinks came in at the same time. Oh my God.
Yep.
Okay, it was the two angels.
Mhm.
The girl in the middle there, that's the girl from last season, right? Who we
Okay. I
questioned.
think so.
Mimi. Dr. Mimi.
Mhm.
Dr. Mimi. Okay, yes, we questioned.
Mhm.
I questioned her husband's sexuality. Yes, absolutely. I know.
Sweetie?
No, who the hell is that on the end? I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's a
It's
new
giving
one.
sweetie.
Oh, you mean it's giving
I don't think
Gucci?
she's a doctor either.
She probably not. She probably
I
a
think she's
wife.
just like a friend of, but she might be in the legal field. Ain't no telling what she's in. But I'm happy for the new people though.
I am too. I'm excited to see what they're going to give us. Bravo gave us a little teaser. Hold up.
You could tell they love Married to Medicine the best.
Yeah, it's giving money. It's giving budget this time.
Right.
It's giving budget. Okay.
Okay, Simone.
Listen, get away from me, Dr. Jackie.
No, really, y'all. I love Toya, y'all. But them putting
love
Dr.
Toya
Jackie in the middle just do something to me. Like, I'm over it. But I feel like just something in my spirit is telling me she gonna irk the hell out of me this season.
Toya or Jackie?
Jackie.
Jackie.
Wait. Let me read to y'all what it says. It says, Bravo just dropped the season 12 teaser for Married to Medicine. It looks like we've got some new blood joining the cast, including a familiar face from another reality show, Angel Love, who fans might remember from Basketball Wives LA season 5, is officially part of the new cast. She was a one-season wonder back then, dating NBA player DeJuan Blair, with whom she shares a son. But honestly, Angel seemed too refined for all that Basketball Wives chaos. So she's coming over here to Bravo, where the checks are bigger. She's always carried herself with grace and class. So Married to Medicine feels like a much better fit. Also, she's a nurse. Congrats to her leveling up to Bravo. I can't quite remember if I liked her back in the day. This was the person who Mr. Housewives is saying, I like her. I like Angel. Y'all know she's from New Orleans. As for the other newbies, I don't know them.
I didn't know Angel was from New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I
Yeah,
feel like I used to
like
like her.
too.
Yeah, I liked her too. She, I like people that don't act a ass. Okay. So we appreciated that. So yeah, Married to Medicine is coming back. They didn't give us a date, but I'm sure they'll be coming back soon. We're getting to the fall time, and I'm expecting to see you hoes at least by November, December. Like, it's October. Y'all should be coming back within the next month or so.
That sounds about right to me. Sometime in November. If they drop in this teaser, I would think November. That's gonna run all the way through probably March or so.
Yeah.
Right in time for Real Housewives of Atlanta to make a return.
Oh,
Did y'all see
wait.
Brittany? That just made me think of Brittany eating.
No, I
Brittany
did.
eating?
I did.
You saw what she said about Shamia? She was just on her page talking big stuff.
I didn't see what she said about Shamia. I saw what she was saying in general about not coming back to the show.
Yeah, she talked about Shamia pretty much being a fake chick and how she was the one that has the PRN videos that she was saying was like all on Twitter, and that's not allegedly, because she saw it with her own 2 eyes. I said, now you know that's not nice.
Well, I mean, we can take a listen if y'all would like.
Of course.
All right, let's hear what she got to say, because I could really listen. Y'all know I don't give a fuck. But all right, here we go.
Are you good? No, I don't fool that bitch.
Right, next call.
Shout out to her porn series online. Make sure you guys go check out Shamia doing her porn. You feel me? She had a lot to say about me, but y'all ain't never see me get on camera. That's what we do know. And that ain't allegedly. That's online. And I see them with my own 2 eyes. As a wife. She was a wife getting on camera. Okay? So, y'all don't ask me more about Shamia, because I'm going to rip the whole lid off that.
Next caller. That's what I just said.
Yeah, that bitch.
That's what you said.
I wish she would pull the top off of her nasal passages. My God, she made me stop breathing in my nose.
Is it allergy season? I'm like, certain things just make you thankful that you could breathe through both nostrils. You really take that for granted until you start sounding like Brittany.
Oh my God. And y'all, it be happening to me sometimes, because like it is allergy season, like around here. When the seasons change out here, your nose gets stuffy in the water, right? So I was just like, bitch, is my nose stuffy? And I was like, oh no, I could breathe right now. I was like, why this bitch making me feel like I can't breathe through my nose? The way she talks is just...
It made me take a deep breath too.
Oh. Ooh, all right. Listen. My God. Okay, what else did she say? She's talking about Shamia. I want to know, who is Shamia on camera fucking as a married woman?
My assumption, I haven't seen it, and not accusing anybody, but just my opinion, not a fact. I was wondering, could it have, if she was married at the time, I was like, maybe it was with her ex-husband and maybe the video got out some kind of way. Maybe it was like a private moment between them, possibly. Right.
I didn't know she was married.
Yeah.
She married
an abusive man. Yeah. Remember she was talked about a man that abused her?
Yes.
They weren't married that long though.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, that's highly likely. And I mean, people do fuck. So I'm not like gonna be, oh my God, there's a video of you fucking. I'm assuming you're fucking.
Especially if she was fucking her husband. Like, I feel like that's not even porn that should be consumed. I wouldn't even want to watch no married couple fucking on camera. But if it is on camera, who cares?
Depends on the married couple for me. Listen. If they're attractive enough, I might want to see it. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay.
Okay.
Listen. No, y'all. Oh my God. I it's a late night show. Y'all, why? Okay, so I'm married, right? I'm in a blend. Okay, I'm in a blend. When I say I'm in a blend, that means I'm fucking. But I like to refer to it as in a blend. That used to mean in a fight. But to me, fighting and fucking can basically be interchangeable words. Okay, so we're in a blend. And I got the Twitter feed hooked up to the TV. And the shit be on like auto scroll, right? So like if you hit the right playlist, it's gonna scroll. Yo, why did Suki Hana pop up on my motherfucking timeline playing with her rose on my motherfucking timeline? I was just like, now listen, okay?
It's a video of her playing with her rose on.
Yes, because she got an OnlyFans. So the adult films on Twitter are usually from people's OnlyFans, and they use Twitter to advertise. So they put small clips on Twitter, and then you go and buy the long form shit on OnlyFans, right? And she popped up on, and I looked up at the screen. I said, Lyric, He said, I know that ain't who I think it is. I know that ain't who I think it is.
Snooki.
Listen,
Little good Gucci. That's
Listen.
crazy.
and I'm not gonna. I had to change it just because, like, I feel like I know you in a different capacity, so I don't want to see you like that. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I was just like, I won't see you like that. So, but
I don't.
I did see her, and I do have to say,
You know what?
Okay. Oh.
I mean,
I'm not.
she had a pretty coochie. I'll say that she had a pretty.
But
coochie.
I thought that was exposed when she did that naked video. Remember
See,
that?
I don't even because I remember the nigga. She threw up after that. I don't even.
Oh, I forgot about that. She threw up giving head, right?
I
Yeah.
forgot about
There were like French fries in his
I'm
lap.
thinking the music video. That's
And so after that, I was like, please get out of the scope of my adult films. Like, get out. I don't like any of this. Get out.
Truly.
And so when she popped up, she was by herself, you know, and you know, she looked pretty and stuff. So it wasn't like, chap. It wasn't chap. It wasn't like, ugh. Like, it wasn't like that. But I just don't want to see you like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I didn't know her, I probably would have stayed on her a little longer. But I had to swipe. I'm just,
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. We got off topic. What was she talking about?
Career
What?
over. But at the end of the day, there was no taking Portia out. Portia was cool. She was a good person, and Shamia was a hater. So that's all that was.
Have to Google that. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
please Google it. Please Google it. It's all over Twitter.
It's
Okay.
AI.
Oh, it's on Twitter. Oh, it's always on Twitter.
That's
I know what
crazy.
I'll be doing later on.
Should we look it up?
Listen,
Fake.
Let me.
I'm not going. I don't like to open my Twitter up here because I don't know what's going to
Really, I try not to feel no ways when stuff like this gets out because I'm not gonna say it could be any of us, but it could be any of us.
Oh yeah.
Like, why? Jamie said, "Not me, bitch."
Listen, straight lawsuit. If it's me, I don't know nothing about this, sir.
Yeah, no.
Truly,
Not
straight
that
lawsuit,
way.
for real.
In a way of like, I've done that before, but when it was being recorded with like actual cameras. Girl, I'm old enough. I'm old enough to when I did that shit, it was an actual camcorder. It was not a cell phone.
What Mariah Carey say in that song? It's damn what she say in that song. It's the lyric. She said something. I can't remember. Whatever. Oh, if it's a camera up in here, it's gonna leave with me when I do. That's what she said. If it's a camera up in here, and it's what she say. Best not catch this flick on YouTube.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I remember that. Listen, all I'm gonna say is if you don't put nothing out, then I won't put nothing out. Okay.
I'm gonna say it'll be my property. It's not gonna be shared. It will be something that I keep. And if you would like to watch it, you can watch it via you come over here.
I did that. Because I trusted the person that I did it with wouldn't have put it out anywhere. It was another woman. But in my mind, I'm mad that I had it because when I got mad, I deleted it. Because it was on a card. And I was just like, damn, I wish I still had that. At one point. Wow. I wish I still had it. Okay. Listen, I was of age. Okay. I was of age.
That's all that matters.
Right.
We were of age. We were in college. Okay. You do shit in college. Did I tell y'all about how I went to the comedy show? So I went to this comedy show a couple of weeks ago. And I went there because Punky Johnson, who used to be on SNL and shit, like went to prep, got kicked out. Basically the same shit that happened to her happened to me. So I, already was like a fan of hers because I knew of her. Went to school with her cousin and, just knew of her, knew what happened to her. Didn't know her personally. Go to the show. Why is it that she has a woman on her show that I know because we went to Clark Atlanta together? And one time we might have fucked in a room at the same time in one room. Okay.
Okay.
She was with her girlfriend at the time. I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we were.
Oh, y'all was in the same room doing two different people.
Yes.
Oh, they used to be doing that.
Well, we did.
You said they used to be the bitch. You want me to tell my business?
Listen, I'm gonna have to ask one of my close friends about that because they used to go back to the room in the midday. You know, the midday be like from like 11 to 1 or whatever, when like classes ain't taking place. And I went up there one time with them and they was watching porn. That wasn't my type of thing. So I got up out of there like, but they
I remember you
religiously
telling
would
us
watch
that.
it. Now I wonder if they did anything with each other.
Let me tell
ask
you.
them about that.
So
I never did that though.
No. Like, okay. Never like recorded and for other people to watch. I had a homeboy show me some shit that he had recorded and we watched it. But nah, like this was just a situation.
That's exactly why niggas can't have recordings.
No, because they gonna show us at the homeboy.
I didn't even notice you have.
That's why I be like, when people really have me so wrong. That's why when people in real life think, I be seeing your content, you don't like men. It's like, nigga, what are you talking about? I know men. Y'all just be mad I'm not stupid. And because like I've been hanging around y'all. I've been y'all friend. And I was talking about this earlier. I know what it feels like to get male validation because you've fucked a lot of girls. Like I kind of know what that feels like, to get a pat on the back from niggas because I got this girl and that girl. Like especially when I was like in high school and college and shit like that. You get brownie points from niggas because buku girls like you. Okay, even if you are a girl. So because I experienced that, I know how they think and I know how they move. And my homeboys used to show me and like deal with me as if I was another guy sometimes. So a lot of the shit that they talked about and they did, yeah, I'm just a certain type of person. I'm never going to be yapping and telling people I saw and da da da. You don't do that shit. That's lame. You be quiet about the things that you see. But that nigga absolutely came home with that shit and showed it to me and some of the homeboys. And I just remember being like, well, this feels like I'm uncomfortable. Okay. I'm just a little, I'm not gonna stop watching, but I'm uncomfortable. Okay. I want to see. All right. But yeah. College was an interesting time for everybody. And then like I know niggas that like when Love and Marriage Huntsville, something happened with Maurice and Marceau, and people were like actually feeling like, oh, they wouldn't fuck the same girl.
Yeah, they would.
I'm like, well, did none of y'all go to college? Because like my cousins and they homeboys, like the stories that
let me go ahead and spill this tea that's not mine. I love spilling this tea. It's about some girls that I'm not even friends with no more. We grew up as best friends. We was in this is gonna sound crazy, but I tell it all the time. So we were in 10th grade, about to go to 11th grade. And I was getting my hair micro braided today. I remember exactly where I was. So them two girls, they got ran a train on by two brothers and two cousins. They were all brothers and cousins. It was 4 guys and 2 girls. And like the way that our schools work was like our high school was only 2 years, junior, senior. So the 2 dudes that they have fucked with, the 2 dudes and the cousin they have fucked with, the 2 cousins didn't go to school where we did, but the 2 brothers were like, one was about to go to college, the other one was about to be a senior. So it was like the year where we were going to be at the same school. So they was nervous. So I remember like when we got to school, everybody was asking like, was you there? Hell no, I wasn't there. I was getting my hair micro braided. But they was
very long periodically time.
Okay.
Hell no, to this day, I remember exactly what I was doing. But case in point is if 2 brothers and 2 cousins had fucked the same girls and on some high school shit, oh my gosh. Absolutely.
And that make me want to tell y'all about this other thing. Okay. So people been like Vlad been interviewing Gloria Velez. I think that's her last name. We talked about it earlier in my live, but she used to go with Nas. She was Nas' old lady back in the day. She was on Vlad and told a story about how they basically or kind of sort of had a threesome with Jay-Z's girlfriend. Jay-Z was really in love with this girl. I think she was Jamaican or some shit. And she was partying with Nas's old lady, Gloria, and they were together, and Nas ends up fucking the girl. Now, she acted like she was cool with it, but it was obvious that he tricked her. It was obvious. It was like she goes to the bathroom, she come back, they doing shit. And he like, oh, this cool, right? Even though the girl didn't already said to the other woman that she wasn't cool with the shit. But she drunk, they all fucked up. So she let the shit happen. And then there was another relationship later on where they were sharing another chick at some point. So even though they was beefing, they was basically sharing women in a way that I think is very weird. Like almost like, and I said this, almost like y'all wanted to fuck each other, but instead you decided to fuck the women. Because like, why do you want to have like your dick where his dick used to be? Basically. Because you know that this his girl and you fucking her. And then y'all have this long-standing beef. And there's a thin line between love and hate. And y'all niggas are a lot alike. And then y'all eventually grew to really respect each other.
This was Nas and who now? Jay-Z?
And it's more than just one girl like that they've had this situation with. And they actively seek out each other's girlfriends to fuck with.
Now I'm wondering about Aaliyah, because did Aaliyah date just Dame or did she also date Jay-Z?
She did also
allegedly both.
Okay.
They were both like vying for her at that time.
But let me ask y'all. Okay. I feel like I'm about to offend somebody, but I don't mean nothing by it. How is that different than Joy Chavis?
Is it? It's not, right?
Yeah, but do you think that means that Future and Bow Wow want to fuck each other?
No,
or
I've never known of them to have a beef.
No.
Or do you think it's more so like
who came first?
I think
who came? Well, there's two things.
Bow Wow. Bow Wow came first.
Okay, so Bow Wow came first. There is a level of there are industry girls. So we want the industry girls, even if they've been with other industry niggas. These are the girls accustomed to the lifestyle we live. So we're gonna be pulling from the same pot. In that way, yes. But I also do think a lot of niggas would have more of an experience sexually if they felt like they could. So sometimes I think the way they might act these things out is by seeking out women they know that a man that they admire has been with. Because like women like Selena Powell, her, I do feel like niggas will fuck her because they know who she's fucked. I do.
Yeah, that is so weird.
I think the story Bondi was talking about to me would be more when it comes to Jay-Z and Nas. I would probably equate that to 50 and Diddy with 50's baby mama.
Yeah.
But not so much as Joy, only because her baby daddies. I don't know if I haven't heard of them beefing with each other before.
And there was time. Like I feel like it was, I don't think Future wanted to come behind Bow Wow. I think Joy was just highly sought after. You know what I'm saying? But it's different with the Jay-Z and the Nas thing, because like that seemed like an active attempt to like, I know this nigga old lady. I know he in love with her. About to fuck her. Like that type of thing. But no, I definitely feel like with some of these other niggas, it definitely feels like they ping pong these women back and forth low key. Like I look up to him, so I want to smash the woman that smashed him because I look up to him.
That's like Drake and Lil Wayne. Like how Drake ended up getting a Lil Wayne tattoo after he did that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Essentially,
that's like that.
You want to suck that man. I'm sorry. If you get another man's like face and shit tattooed on you, you want to suck this man's penis. It's not politically correct, but you do want to do that. That's wild.
Yeah, that was crazy. Because you went that far. That's crazy.
We should just always knew that something was wrong. Like, why didn't we always know that something was wrong? I feel like I low-key did. I'm gonna tell y'all the one moment that I always see that always reminds me how lame he is. One of my favorite songs was that fucking round double applause. Baby, make that ass clap. Y'all remember the video, right? The video was like so like epic. It was like the last time videos were actually like really highly paid for shit. They had Drea, they had his wife in there before she was actually his wife, Tammy, like playing the same woman but different age. When she was younger, she was Tammy. when she was older, she became Drea, and she's like a fixture of the underworld and all of this stupid shit. So Waka looking for his girl. It's literally giving been around the world and like he going all over the place looking for Drea. He pulls up to Drake's place because it seemed like Drake is some type of pimp or some type of gangster, but he doesn't front like he is. He fronts like he a clean guy. So when Waka walks up to him, he's like, I normally don't get into this type of shit. I don't normally get into this type of thing, this nigga shit. Like that's basically what he wanted to say. But he was like, but you just left, you just missed her. She just left. and I was just like, this nigga is so fucking lame.
Lord have mercy.
My sister called it when he was on Degrassi. They had a special, like around the same time that like Degrassi had ended, maybe a couple years had passed, and Replacement Girl came out with Trey Songz, and they used to be playing a music video on the end. Y'all used to watch the end.
Yeah.
So they had like a special, and the whole special was dedicated to him being a rapper and rapping in the basement, all this stuff. And my older sister Jasmine was like, "This nigga's so lame." Like she was like, "He is so lame." But I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love it." I was obsessed.
That's funny. That was my first introduction to him because I didn't watch Degrassi. I met him. I was introduced to Drake from that Replacement song, and I love that song. I was like, "Oh, this is dope. It's different. I like this."
Heartbreak Drake 2.
Kiara is the one that put me on Drake as an artist. And I remember looking at him and I'm like, is that fucking Wheelchair Jimmy? This is literally what I'm thinking to myself. I was like, oh, I know him. He's an actor. Because he was also in Soul Food, the series. And I'll never forget that because he was trying to bully Ahmad. It was weird. It was like he was the biracial kid that had, he had the black thing going on before Ahmad got there. And now you're not as black as Ahmad. So you're trying to bully him. It was a whole thing. So yeah, no, I remember Drake from when he was an actor. But like people become artists and you're like, okay, they're doing something different. You're not just falling into the pitfalls of being like a kid actor, which fucks people up. I was giving a nigga a shot. The music was good, but I still felt like, you're a little lame. You're an actor. It's given a lot of them are actors because I think it's the same thing with Nicki Minaj. I think they are literally very similar in a way of Wayne and them gave these niggas and Nicki, they gave them like street cred that they did not have. And I think Nicki was actually kind of trying to get that from people along the way. I don't think Nicki was ever street like that. I think she was a theater kid. And I think you started hanging around Remy so you could adopt her street bitch style. Then she went to jail. And then you got Deb Atney, you get hooked up with Young Money and Cash Money, and boom, pow, Lil Kim goes to jail. Everybody went to jail. Y'all not over the fact that everybody went to jail. That's really how she
got to the market.
Person. Yeah.
Are we gonna talk about? Oh, never mind. I should have sent y'all a video, but I didn't send it. It wasn't trending.
What?
I'm gonna stick to task. It was a girl who called out something that Glorilla did. She had Glorilla was on stage with Chris Brown, and then the girl had called out and pulled her receipts on how when Glorilla posted that Tory Lanez song, it wasn't accidental, it was intentional, and that the way that Glorilla is trying to network, they believe that Glorilla is trying to snatch the gap in the market when Meg wasn't really putting nothing out. So they think that she's an op.
They said she acting like a weird bitch. Is basically what they said. And to be honest, I'm like, she kind of is, and she has the weird bitch vibe, like she does, like just without. And I like Glow, and I've always said that I felt like Glow wasn't gonna be just a one hit wonder person, but at the same time, you did steal from Meg low key. Like you got a lot from her, and now it seems like you playing her to the left for the bigger opportunity of Chris Brown, which if it wasn't for that post, I wouldn't even really have connected those two things like that. Like, y'all gotta get y'all money. Like he's touring. It is what it is. I ain't gonna lie. I low-key want Chris Brown to just be able to be over there with the rest of the problematic niggas. And if you're a woman, I want you to just not. Like I just want you to just not. Okay. Just don't. Like let him do it on his own. He don't need no woman help. You know what I'm saying? He like to beat bitches up. Let him skate all over the ground and be over there with problematic niggas. But you can't help it. The girl's gonna go over there and sing with him sometimes. But her look, like the twerking and all of that. Like I get that, Meg helped you learn how to twerk a little bit, but ma'am, like please don't ever wear a slingshot ever again. Like she had on a slingshot. She had on a slingshot
Yeah.
wrestling spandex thing with just and you don't have the body for that. You are the cut off top baggy jeans girl. And I think you should have stuck with that wave. Her deciding to over sexualize her look, it was just like, girl, I don't know what this is, but this feels like a little bit of a prostitution. Like this feels like just a little smooch of some, a little bit of prostitution, girl. Hold up, let me see if I can find it. Hold up, Glorilla versus me, because I saw it. I didn't want to talk about it just yet, because you be waiting for shit to develop.
Nah, I think that's fair. Because a lot of times with these female rappers, like a lot of the fans fuel a lot of the drama between the two. And I hate when the rappers, I feel like they kind of start bending to the stands. I feel like the issues that the stands may have, they start making it their issue. Like they have to respond this type of way, so I don't look like a punk type. And it's like, if y'all ain't got no issue, y'all ain't got no issue. Just because they think that you should be mad, like, a lot of times we don't have the context. We don't know if this person has already been on the phone with them. Like, hey, you cool if I go Yeah, do your thing, get your money, right? They may have had the conversation, but the fans are going to hype it up and make it seem like it's an issue. And then now you got to feel like, as an artist, you got to have an issue with somebody. But and then sometimes they be right. Sometimes the stands hit it on point. Child.
Glow looks so much like Wanda from the game. What was that lady name from the game? Malik Mama. Was her name Wanda?
Wendy Raquel.
Wendy Raquel. Well, I forgot what her name was on the game, but she looked just like Wendy Raquel right here.
Tasha Mack.
Tasha Mack. There we go. She giving Tasha Mack.
Yeah.
But you put on quite a show.
Really had me going.
Yes. You remember?
Yes, I do. Yeah, y'all. I still like Glow. And I'm really hoping that it's not what the people are saying it is, but it do look like some weird bitch shit. I'm not even gonna front on y'all. It do look like I'm trying to destiny swap with you or some shit. I'm trying to steal your little swag for my own. But I think that as long as y'all not gonna blame Meg for it, that's all I care about. Because I get tired of y'all blaming Meg every time hoes start acting weird around her.
Yeah, I feel like this a developing story.
It is.
It's a developing story. Let's see. That'll be crazy. I would hate to see them two be beefing about something like that. When
I don't think Meg gonna respond.
Being on her tour.
She not. She just
last year.
Accordingly.
Yeah, Meg is too at peace and dick down. My man, my baby, dicking me down. Driving me crazy. She not about to participate in that.
My baby, dicking me down, spoiling me, driving me crazy. Yeah, I had to use that for Lyric's birthday. But
look right on time.
Listen. Okay, listen. Sometimes I do it. I don't like to do it all the time because, like, I ain't about to give you too much. But I like him or whatever. So it's my man. But yes, more is coming back, right? So Black Ink Crew is also trying to make a comeback, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I don't know who asked. I don't know what they gonna do because it was already running its course before it ran its course. Right around the time where it seemed like y'all was dependent on Donna not having any teeth to entertain us. So I don't know. I feel like everybody got too big for their britches. Y'all thought y'all was, them niggas and them bitches. Y'all really thought very highly of yourselves in a way that was low-key delusional. And you lost the bag. You beat a dog, you beat your daughter allegedly, and you lost your show. And now y'all trying to act like somebody did something to you in order for this to happen. Yeah, I don't want to deal with narcissism in this form anymore. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, watching narcissism take place on reality shows is some of the most exhausting shit ever. What do y'all think about this show coming back?
I think it's great background noise in my personal. I don't know what else they could like possibly give us. I mean, I don't see them like hooping and hollering fine. I mean, like it'll never be like it was in the past, like in the
Right.
beginning when stuff was really good. So I don't know. I just think it'll be good background noise and stuff. Like it is what it is. Good luck.
Good
I
luck.
agree. I don't see that's not Teddy next to Caesar,
No,
right?
I don't
that's
think
not
so.
Ted. I don't think
Yeah,
Ted
that's
be
somebody
running it.
new. And then
No,
that other guy to the left is new
yeah,
also.
not the one directly behind him is not new. It's oh shit Sky, and I forgot this nigga name, but he was in that last season, them last
Mhm.
couple of seasons. I didn't really like him. They was trying to make him more of a cast member in front of everybody, but he actually like I think just worked at the tattoo shop until
Yeah.
he did enough ass kissing to get on the actual show because he was giving that vibe.
They will
Once
have to
Sky
bring
got all
back.
that,
Say what?
I said once Sky got all that surgery, it went downhill.
I
Mm.
remember
Like,
begging her not to do that shit. Like, girl, please don't do this. But
I
she
mean,
did.
she better now, but it
Set up
just
that.
the vibe was just completely different. She got the surgery, he got his teeth done. Everybody just, yeah,
Hollywood.
everybody, yeah.
Hollywood.
It wasn't. I liked it because it was so raw, but
I think after that, I feel like the rawest people to me, as he was like on his way out, was probably Donna and Alex. Maybe a piece of Walt.
it
Yes.
was, it was.
So I'm like, they would have
Oh
to
shit,
bring them
too
back.
though.
Who that?
Oh shit, him too. You don't think so?
I forgot. Oh shit.
Because
I
I
get.
thought the last time we saw him, didn't he go away to rehab or something?
Oh shit.
Yes. And
Yeah.
and remember we at first thought that that was one of his baby mamas at first, that the Onaja lady.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, babe. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Just because I feel like I'm tired of problematic men acting like they're reigning over little kingdoms by basically just being tyrants to people. And that's what I feel like he was doing. Like you weren't
Mhm.
taking care of the main shops that you had because you wanted to keep having this empire. Like you were always trying to sell yourself a fucking dream that you didn't have the know-how in order to actually keep up. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So it was just
Mhm.
all image. And I don't feel like he's actually ever done anything to correct what happened with that fucking dog or to happen with his daughter. So, like, I think his daughter not too long ago was talking about missing her, like missing her dog, like missing having a relationship with him. Not too long ago, his daughter was online talking about that, like within this past year. So,
I I could definitely see him bringing his daughter on the show to exploit that, having a relationship, wanting to have a storyline for the show versus actually doing the work before getting on the show.
right.
Definitely could see that.
Oh
Mm.
Lord. But
Do
yeah,
y'all remember? Y'all remember the light skinned lady? I liked her too. She was the light skinned lady with the locks, and she had the like Latin
Duchess?
boyfriend.
Oh no, not Duchess. You
No,
talking about
I
Melody.
think is that who it
yes,
was?
and
Melody. They got married in
mm,
a waterfall and all of that. They
Yeah.
grew to
yeah,
get
and they
married.
lived in like an RV and all that.
Uh-huh.
I think I still follow her.
What are they up to?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen her in a minute. I know at some point she cut off all her hair. Girl,
I wonder if she's still with that man.
did y'all used to follow Taryn Guy back in the day?
Mm-mm.
Oh, who's that?
Oh, she was a like a natural hair YouTuber. Um
Oh, I did. She had the big curly hair, and then she got the locks. And
yes. And then she
yes,
cut
I
it all off
remember.
recently. Girl, she
Well,
been
how's she
on
doing?
not good at all. Not good at all, girl. She posted some lives recently,
Mm.
they put it in my Discord this past week. And she was walking on the beach drunk.
Oh,
She kind of went esoteric, and sometimes when people go esoteric, they go so far that they lose their stability. Like
what
they're
was her name again?
Taryn Guy.
Light skin,
Yes,
super light
Yes.
skin. She had the boyfriend that she was going through stuff with, though.
I think so.
The abusive
Yeah.
stuff. And
I
after
thought
that,
she
she
was
kind of fell off
engaged.
from that relationship. I know you're talking about now.
She was walking on the beach drinking. Everybody was, like,
That's
oh
so
Lord, I hope
sad.
she's okay. You know, the stuff that she was talking about. I was just, because they always talking about a fucking portal. It's always a portal. And I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, no.
The way things have changed, I don't always count people out when they talk about shit like that. When
Mhm.
they talk about stuff like, the Lions Gate portal and I don't always dismiss people. because y'all remember when they kept acting like we was about to get powers? Like, I forgot what was that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
That
remember
was
that?
like 2023.
Yeah. But if you like really paying attention to how we really do seem to have a better understanding of the world around us than we did back in the day. Like, I remember as
Girl.
a kid, like having certain questions that it seemed like no adults had the answers for. And now that I'm an adult, I feel like, nah, I pretty much understand what the fuck going on around here. Like, even when it comes to death, I still feel like even in that, I feel like I know what's gonna happen with that. Like, you know,
Mhm.
I don't know what's gonna happen in the interim, but I know I'll probably be back down this motherfucker for whatever reason. Like, that's what I
Right.
assume. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like something must have happened, but the veil has been lifted. We really don't see shit the same way that we used to. We are looking at it more straight on. Even like one of the things I talked about in my sentence review was like recognizing that white people have like stripped themselves of their entire identity in order to be white. And that's the reason why they're so evil, like so unhappy. They hate themselves because there's nothing for them to feel pride in. That's why they be so obsessed with other people that have ethnicities and cultures and shit, because they come from something, but they've stripped themselves of it to be white. So what they've actually ended up sacrificing within themselves is the same thing that they took from us. They took it from themselves and kind of don't realize that that's what they did. But that's how, you know, when you talk about America doesn't have a culture, or it's, you know, white supremacy, or it's us, it's African American culture. But white people in America have not really developed their own culture.
Yep.
And it's because in order to be white, they have to strip themselves of the things that would make you create the culture in the first place.
Mhm.
And I feel like we weren't really thinking about it like that. We were thinking they had this upper hand over us, and they do, but essentially it's like if we're all in hell and you're on like the step right above me in hell, you're not really doing that much better than me. We're all in hell. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and they realizing it right now with this climate. Definitely realizing it now. And I think that's the good thing I feel about where we are now, because with the internet and stuff, we get to hear so many different perspectives than what our parents and stuff had access to.
Yes.
So they was able to live in that type of world and not be, I feel personally, not as worried as how we are, because we hear so many stories and learn so much
No, yeah.
right here in our phones and just find out everything that's happening.
But like I was I was thinking about this shit. The way they used to have us, like I don't even think I realized how much propaganda, like the way we viewed the world outside of America. I didn't realize that we were getting propaganda the way they made it seem like everybody else was getting propaganda. But like when you look at it now and recognize, y'all remember the fucking commercials will feed a
In
child?
the arms of an angel, I hate it. And I hate this song.
An angel, and they do it
Because
with the
I
dogs.
remember being like, why they ain't never got no money? Like, y'all keep asking us to do United Way, but y'all ain't got nothing that's gonna help. Like, why they keep
Penny a
needing?
day.
I used to be so confused as a kid.
Listen, it's a scam. It's a scam that Ty set up. But essentially, it warped how we thought Africa and in the countries in Africa were living. And you see
Right?
South Africa and Kenya and some of these places that are better than America.
And every suburban white kid you knew went off and did a mission trip and had a picture.
Child.
That's another thing. So yeah, y'all, the veils are lifted. If you paying attention, child, you got answers to shit that when we was kids, we didn't know what the fuck was going on.
1,000.
I always thought that when I was a kid and I seen crazy people in the street, I never was like, oh, it's something wrong with them. They're crazy. I always just thought to myself, like, they see something we don't see.
Yes.
I've always thought that. Some of them are like, but I feel like I've always considered it to be like they in another realm, and that's why their minds can't comprehend it.
Oh yeah. Oh, there was a show. There was a show on Amazon Prime that really put it into perspective. They made like schizophrenia look like you really are transporting to another time and place, but you're still in the same place. So I forgot the name of that show. I think they even made it look like cartoonish on Amazon Prime. But it did put it in my mind like they probably are experiencing multiple realities or a different reality at the same time as we are in the space that we're in. Not like, oh, they just crazy making shit up. No, they really are seeing and hearing shit that other people are not, that we're not hearing
Mhm.
and seeing. I really do believe that on some level, especially because when people get older and they be about to die,
Mhm.
the way they confuse time and space makes
Yes.
me feel like they are like it's all kind of blending together now because
Yep.
about the veil is being lifted. Like, you know what I mean? Dimension.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like it's a lot of things that make me feel like no, they just whatever the thing that keeps the box together, that shit is breaking apart in front of their eyes. It's how
Yeah.
I imagine it. But yeah, y'all, it's oh girl, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I do want to talk about girl, we finally down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throw a band and you know she gonna shake it. 1, 2, break them. 3, 4, break them. Look, these bitches crying.
Finally.
Listen, about fucking time. U.S. Supreme
Yo,
Court.
it's been like I feel like it's been 4 years. Am I wrong?
It's
Yeah. I
been
think it's
was it
been 3.
3.
It's
Yeah,
been
I
a
was
long
Feels like
time.
longer. And so now I gotta go back and watch what was it, season 2? I gotta go back and catch up to see what it, well, I'll say this. Last thing I remember was what's his name? Diamond being put in the back of that car,
I don't remember that.
kidnapped.
Diamond is Tyler Lip. Who's Diamond?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Tyler play.
that's the
Okay.
last thing I
He went
think
from
he
liking
dropped
him to
out.
not liking him in the time frame between the show was on and the time.
I remember Autumn leaving the show and buying the pink, but she left. So basically, Uncle Clifford is now ain't he the owner of the pink?
Yeah,
I believe so.
something
But
happened.
Autumn's not returning.
Right.
It would be nice if she did, but yeah, I don't
Especially
think so.
now. Because before she wasn't coming back because of COVID and all that. Well, bitch, you can come back now. I mean, who wants to come back here? If I was over there, I
I
would.
don't mind it. I
They've
couldn't
been
take the
filming
fake
for
Southern accent.
years.
They have.
So
Oh,
I'm wondering what footage are they going to like? How are they going to segue? How they going to do this coming out of the pandemic? Because I'm sure some of that stuff was shot with them still having the mask on coming up out of it. So I just know I want more than 8 episodes. That's what I can say. If you had us waiting this long,
Shit, give me 15.
period.
listen.
Especially if it ain't guaranteed for y'all to have another season.
Right.
Yeah, go
Well,
ahead and end it.
apparently it was being held up because of this situation with Nikki Gilbert. So the U.S. Supreme Court denied Nikki Gilbert Daniels' P Valley petition, closing her 5-year legal fight with Lionsgate and Stars. Following the ruling, P Valley creator Katori Hall broke her silence, calling the hit show my original work and reflecting on her decades-long journey to bring it to life. Um, y'all know Nikki Gilbert be over there on TikTok on live and shit running it. Such a beautiful woman, but I just really don't like her. She said today this I love her music though. I play Brownstone every fucking week in this house.
Her
Today,
and Kelly Price are starting to be a blend just a little bit.
yes, ever since R&B Divas, they have absolutely been like, the same type of bitch in different, I don't know. I wouldn't even say font all the way because them hoes always low key look alike too. Long
One
face
is
assholes.
italicized and the other one is just regular fun.
Okay, yes. But today the Supreme Court of the United States denied the petition. She said, while I am disappointed, I remain steadfast in my belief that this case was a historic opportunity to confront the systematic inequities that have long silenced underfunded and represented creators. For 5 years, I have fought to defend my intellectual property, Soul Kittens Cabaret, against one of Hollywood's largest studios. This was never just about me. It was about due process, fair trials, and every creator who's been told they're too small to win. By declining to hear this case, the court missed a chance to address a troubling pattern: the near automatic dismissal of creative plaintiffs' claims before a jury ever hears them. Hollywood has won 99% of copyright cases over the past 2 decades, not because every artist was wrong, but because the system is built to favor the powerful. I kept my promise to go all the way. Now that the chapter is complete, I'm taking time to finish my book, Nicki versus Goliath, The Cost of Justice, and this companion documentary in music, which will come in 2026. I'm sorry. I instantly was thinking about the 5 Heartbeats. Y'all know when Flash at the end they won the award, and then Flash come out and say that his solo album coming out.
Yes.
All right, you can get that in the record store near you. Okay, Flash is lonely at the top. Listen, I definitely feel like it's giving that, but Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. They riding past spraying for the mosquitoes and it don't work. But whatever. Um I actually, the funny part, I'm not about to read the rest of this, girl. I understand. I'm gonna just say this. You are not the first person to write or put together a story about strippers and what happens in strip clubs. I also feel like when it comes to ideas, you're not the only person that gets an idea, honey. Like that's not, I think we all pull from the same pool of energy when it comes to creative and creating things. So if you don't use the idea in a certain capacity, somebody else is going to use the idea in a certain capacity. But I feel like at the end of the day, Nicki is right about the way Hollywood is actually built off of that type of situation, copyrights and because what was the thing? The reason why they did it, they created Hollywood to get away from Thomas Edison. That's what it was. So back in the day, Thomas Edison, who I believe created like the first camera and all of this, other people started to like create cameras and do documentaries, and Thomas Edison was basically going around trying to stop everybody from doing it because it was his invention or he stole it from somebody. But he went and got the patent and then tried to sue everybody. So they would run all the way to Hollywood, to California, which was away from the East Coast and a further place away from Thomas Edison and his goons. And they basically built Hollywood up as a whole bunch of people that wanted to make films running from Thomas Edison, who kept trying to sue them because they were using the same technology when it came to making cameras and stuff like that, that he had put a patent on. So that's how Hollywood was basically created in the first place, was that people was running from that nigga trying to monopolize on the patent for filmmaking. So, yeah, girl, I didn't even know about that. I had found out about that. I was like, oh, the more you know.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
It's so
Now I
much,
want to know more.
right?
'Cause Hollywood got some interesting stories. It's
Yes.
insane.
You just took the words out of my mouth. I was literally about to say it's so much about that that I, about Hollywood that we don't even know that I want to know about.
Yeah.
Things that I don't think I necessarily wanted to know about is y'all's friend, y'all's girl, y'all's fave.
Not
Portia.
y'all's.
And Barry.
I know you ain't talking to me.
Okay. Ooh, child.
Not y'all, but y'all. Okay, y'all seen Portia. Portia got up there and said she was dating a man and a woman, and then come to find out it's Sway. Okay. Girl, listen, everybody, y'all know I'm gay. All right. Y'all know this. I'm married, but I'm gay. All right. So there's a part of my life, of course, where I'm watching all the gay stuff between women, Studville TV, all of the things, right? Back in the day, Sway used to be on like a relationship, kind of like couples therapy type of show, but with lesbians. Okay. And that's what I remember her from. I also just remember from seeing her around. For some reason, if you're like a cute, pretty lesbian girl, pretty stud lesbian, most people know about you. I don't know. Maybe she was a part of the stripper, the stripper girls, because that was a thing. There's a set of studs that used to do club appearances. So like if they had like a gay club type of situation, those girls would show up and lip sync. But the way they would lip sync is by stripping and taking their clothes off and all of that. But like niggas, like male strippers, basically the shit that the male strippers do, the lesbians do. And I honestly feel like the niggas stole a lot of their choreography from the way the lesbians were doing it. Because even though, yes, men were always doing certain things, I really do feel like it's the lesbians that took all of that grinding on the floor to the, to the level that it's become. Okay? Because I feel like women didn't really fuck with male strippers like that. Because male strippers were kind of like, ugh. White people did that. But black women, it didn't happen like that. And the niggas were just built. They would come into the room, big dick, big body. They pick the bitch up, put a pussy in his face, put her back down on the ground, move on to the next bitch. But this generation, like the Queen, what's the shit that Eva and all of them, all of that yes, the choreography of them grinding on the floor and doing all of that shit. I'm telling y'all, the lesbians were doing that shit first. Because I remember, child, if they wasn't gonna do nothing, they was gonna come in there in some chaps, okay, and find the biggest bitch in the room and roll her up all over the floor. I mean, they hop on top of her, they flip her over, and that's the test of if you a really good stripper. is if you can flip a big bitch. This is
Mhm.
Carter the Body is like that next generation, child. I'm old. Okay. But this was Portia. Yeah, this is not surprising. This is not surprising. Portia been wanting to come out this closet. I'm gonna play this, but I got something for y'all. Hold up.
Now it's just two. I've narrowed it down to two. Okay. And he is nice and she is nice. You both. You both. Who's supposed to try to save them and tell them you are worthy? How can you know? How can you say? The gay, the lesbian. Who's supposed to try to save them and tell them you are worthy?
Just hollering.
You know, how can you say? The gay.
I have an unpopular opinion about this.
Please.
Do tell.
I don't think Portia is bisexual or lesbian. I think that Portia is lonely, and I think that she is. I think that Portia want whoever want her, and I feel like it's given a bit of like when Erica Mena started dating Sin. Like you got to the point of desperation to where you like, you know what, I'm gonna go get a bad bitch because we look like bad bitches together. And that very much was performative with the he is nice and she is nice. Girl, it's something about Portia to me that just gives desperation. And I think that that's what this is, and that this is an act. I'm not saying that she don't be turned on. Like when she like, you know, made out with Candy in a club and was with Tanya and stuff. I'm sure like that's stuff that you want to do, but I don't think that this is what that is. I don't think that at the end of the day, she's like, oh, I'm bisexual. I think she want whoever want her. And this is out of desperation, not out of like who she actually is. Cause I think to me, it's just interesting that you will wait to go through multiple failed relationships to now come out as a bisexual and lesbian, when to me it's like, why didn't you do that before? So now to me, my only logic is that now you feel desperate enough to where now it's like, I ain't got nowhere else to go, so now I'm gonna be over here with the lesbians. Why not be on that
a little bit
before?
of both.
I think it's a little bit of both. Yeah.
I think you're right. I think she's doing part of this for a storyline. I don't know if she's I don't know if she's a lesbian, but I think she does enjoy play with women for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot ever get the thought out of my head of when Portia said, one of y'all bitches eat my pussy tonight.
I can't get over
I forgot about
Shamia.
that.
Shamia
I
saying,
think
I
she
just
really
want
making
you
moves
to lick my booty hole. Y'all don't remember that?
Mm-mm. She
Yeah,
said
I
that
think
to
she said
me.
that this past season when they was in that
In the car.
Grenada.
And they made a song about it. About licking booty hole. She was like, I just want you to lick my
Maybe
booty hole again. Or something, not again, but I just want you, like they made up in the car, and Shamia was like, I just want you to lick my booty hole. And you know, booty hole, and it became a song. So
maybe her preference is changing, but Portia to me is just not somebody who's authentic. So I can't take what she's showing us for what it is.
yeah,
I
no,
have to take it as a
got a point.
stunt.
I think she's a narcissist, and I don't think she, like you said, it's not about actually being into women, but I do think she is sexually attracted to women. And if everything about her wasn't a performance, I think she would probably choose to be with women, because I think that's who she is truly more attracted to. And that's just based off the fact that I think she fuck her friends. I think she fucks a lot of women that are in the vicinity of her, but you don't call it being a lesbian. You don't call it being bisexual. You don't put a label on it. But in essence, you're eating coochie. And
Which
coochie
is why I think for me, when I see Portia in that realm of being a lesbian, I more so see her with women that look like her versus a stud. Because it's easier to kind of be like, oh, that's just my homegirl, you know, to kind of downplay any of that type of activity. But yeah, she's stepping on out there. So have fun.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's a plot. But I thought it was funny. Y'all remember I sent y'all that video from when she was on that show, and they basically said she was gonna have an issue with a lesbian. And so here's the thing. The thing about lesbians is that you could fuck around and find out. Like, if you are sexually into them, you can fuck around and find out. Meaning you're going to be somewhere screaming, crying because the stud is doing you like a nigga would. And you didn't know that that's what they was going to do. But that is what they do. They just do it better. Especially a woman like Sway. A woman like Sway, that means you got paper, you got a nice spot, you have been out here enough, you know how to fuck. Like, you got money, you got swag, you look nice, and you know how to fuck. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's gonna be an issue. I can't wait to see how it all plays out. If Portia actually does allow us to see what's going on with that, because it would be entertaining to watch.
I'm hollering at this comment from Sexy Lexi. She said, Portia being gay, if you ask me, that's why she keep dating ugly men. You know what? Like, low key, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it go from like,
I agree.
The men she dated before was what she thought other women wanted. Then she started losing hope in men. Okay, let me date one with some money. Let me date an uglier one with more money. Fuck it. I'm gonna just go over to the women. Like,
because the women be having money. And this is the thing. Like, lesbians will have a nice, like, they will keep up their shit like a nigga, but will be like a woman. They're going to keep their pockets. So I think that this might be, you know, this might be something that she think that she gonna have control over, and fuck around and find out it's more than what you bargained for. So we'll see, girl. Because let me tell you something, child, the lesbian child, they will definitely put it, you know.
I'm shaking my head because, you know, my best friend, her first serious lesbian relationship was crazy. They was beating each other ass in the back of Uber. Like, she was.
Yeah. Woo. It's very violent. So I've definitely had, I mean, when I was younger, definitely had all that. At this age, I'm not fighting nobody. Like, bitch, I'm not even trying to really argue with you. I'm not even trying to raise my voice. I've been talking on live all day. You think I'm trying to come out with you, raise my voice, bitch? Like, you crazy. If you make me raise my voice, I gotta just go. I'm going home. But I would actually see Portia with a femme. I would see Portia with a more feminine woman at some point, because the truth of the matter is she is an aggressive femme. She would, like, there are different types, of course, of lesbians and gay women, period. Sapphic women, if you will. Sapphic is all of the types of women that will date women, bisexual, lesbians, and then all of the different types and all of that. So when you say sapphic, that's for all of the girls, the bisexual girls and the lesbian girls. I think gay is an umbrella term. That's another thing. I don't know why people think that gay just means one thing. To me, gay is
like queer.
Yes, it's an umbrella term for all of it. And we just started using queer again, child. I said, oh, we're using queer? Black people, we're using queer? And they was like, yeah, we're using queer. I'm like, okay, fine. We're using queer. I had to go to the, you know, the black gay delegate to make sure that that's what we was doing now. You know, I gotta check in ever so often, because child, they will revoke your membership if you don't check in ever so often. So I wanted to get into Lotto, because even though I think Lotto is extremely gorgeous, and I think that I'm very happy for her success, I always love to see the girls that are like putting in the effort. And I remember when she was on the show with Jermaine Dupri, child, the little last bit of power Jermaine Dupri had in the music industry to be a gatekeeper, little bitch. He works on my nerves. But Lotto, I think, has really worked for her shit. And I've watched her show get better, her stage show get better, her style. Like, I appreciate her showmanship and her style, but she also is not my type, right? She's not my type. I don't go for her. But I'm happy.
I love her.
Yes. She annoyed the piss out of me in this interview, in this Watch What Happens Live episode. So let's just take a listen real quick.
His fans think that 21 Savage was referring to you in his new song, Only. Can you confirm or deny if you scored ever?
How you gonna ask me? I don't know. Were you to no? She said, can you confirm or deny that the two of you were ever in a relationship?
I like to keep my private life private.
He says he fell in love with the cheetah print, which
Who hasn't?
Who hasn't?
Oh, I'm hollering.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So that was one of them. And the reason why that one annoyed me is because she spent a great portion of the night, my manning. Like, they were playing a game and they were asking, like, for her to rate how the men looked. And she would not rate them because she got a man. And
Really?
She was like, I got a man. So I'm like, so you can't play the game because you got a man? And then when they actually asked her about said man, then it's my personal life, it's private. Then bitch, play the game and shut up. Like
And the day prior, there was video footage, and people took that as confirmation. Paparazzi asked her about 21 Savage in the street of New York, and she said, "My man, my man, my man." So, like, okay,
My
okay.
husband.
From King of Hot Topics on Twitter, love seeing you and Ice Spice make peace. How did it happen, and will you be able to work things out with Nicki Minaj too?
Good question.
just in case.
Okay, one at a time.
Yeah.
First one, girls, you know, her team reached out to my team and we was like,
The teams.
yeah,
And you figured it out.
we figured it out.
Okay.
At first I was like,
Okay.
but then I was like,
Okay.
And
good.
then, yeah, I'm open to, you know, rekindling with anybody.
Okay. You and Nicki gonna be back with Giselle's friend Nicki.
Yes, we love Nicki. We do.
I did too.
Question from
I'm bothering.
Period.
I did too. Okay, hold up.
I did.
For because I couldn't find
Yeah.
this one. Yeah, I felt like she was really trying not to say Meg on this one. Hold up.
Ho on Twitter wants to know, Lotto, who is your Mount Rushmore of female rap? So who are your 4 female rap artists?
Me,
Okay.
Nicki, Cardi.
Somebody said, okay.
Dang, 4.
Can't think of a
Is that
4th.
hard? Is that
mean,
hard?
Not that hard, and she know
I
it.
have to put Kim, but I love a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it to sound too cliche, but like, if it's me, Kim, Nicki, Cardi.
Mr. Yay Ho.
I saw that clip, and okay, it's giving that she signed in blood on whatever agreement her and Nicki Minaj had because, well, I guess she said Cardi, but I'm not understanding. Like, the logic is so completely gone. In no world, and y'all tell me, in no world would I ever put Cardi on a Mount Rushmore. And if I did, I would name Meg well before, like, in no world. So the fact that she had listed off Cardi so quick has to be just because you was on the remix for the every time.
And you want people
But
to know that y'all cool after the pussy at the show.
Well, she filmed that before the audio came out.
Oh yeah, you're right. I be forgetting that show not live. You're right.
like Cardi, I'm sorry, I'm laughing my like. I am laughing my ass. Like, I like Cardi new album, but girl, she should have said Nicki. She could have said Nicki, me, and left it at
She
that.
should have asked you. I mean, well, I guess okay. So what I was gonna say was she should have asked Andy based on what Mount Rushmore based on what? Like, are we just talking about lyrics? Are we talking about plaques? Like what awards? Like success? Like what are we talking about? But then it's also where it's a situation where it's up to you. What do you define your own Mount Rushmore to be? You know what I'm saying? So
Are they?
oh yeah, they're very much so higher than Meg's.
Yeah, they are. But
all together?
I would assume so.
The only reason I asked that is because Meg has had more than 2 projects over the past few years. So that's why I'm asking that question.
Yeah.
Like her stuff,
I think that
that's why I'm asking that question. Not because
I think it's because
that
Meg is black.
Really set Cardi ahead due to the diamond records that she got.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, I was just, I don't know, like we had WAP, you know what I'm saying? Queen Bee, and that's what me. Okay. But listen, I'ma just say this. I don't subscribe to the person that's selling the most is the best rapper or is the best artist.
Sure.
I don't subscribe to that. I think that's weird that
Yeah, me neither.
anybody would say that. Meg is a better rapper to me. And I would go as far as to say that I think, if I'm being honest, people gonna hate me for saying this, but Meg is a better rapper than Nicki Minaj. And I feel like that's all freestyle, like all freestyle purposes. If you can't get in front of a mic and do what Meg does, then you're not better than her just because you were out before her and didn't have anybody to really battle with.
I think they equal to me.
We could say that. And if we taking, because I'm just talking about actual, like, how they rap, how they sound on records, the records that I'm going to go back to listen to, that type of thing. I really feel like Meg is a better rapper. I think Nicki is somebody that is, like I say, theater kid, but I think it's almost like she can perform whatever the task is. If the task is to write and be a good rapper and perform in a certain manner, then Nicki is going to excel at that. But I also feel like when it comes to being an actual real rapper, I don't think Nicki was ever really like I'm out on the street battling people type of rapper. I think she was, I'm in the studio, I'm writing my raps. I'm at home, I'm writing my raps, I'm practicing my raps, I'm practicing how I want to say my raps, and everybody does this. But I think the level, it's almost like somebody that naturally has a talent and somebody that really has to work to have the talent. I think Meg naturally has the talent from her mom. Like, it's just something she's just good at. I think Nicki had to create this persona, and like, I just think she had to put more work into it to become the person that she was, and she had to be there with no other competition, whereas Meg has to fight against a whole bunch of other people at the same time. So
yeah.
But,
I think Lotto also has that natural talent to rap also, which is why I like Lotto so much. Which is why when she said Cardi, it took me for a loop, because I'm like, you can actually rap. Like, for you to actually be able to rap yourself and still name Cardi, like,
but
it felt like she was just naming her friends at that point.
But I also wonder if it was for different reasons,
Like what?
I don't know. I mean, maybe one may be a mentor to her, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one is good at being a lyricist, one is good at being a businesswoman. And I just feel like with Mount Rushmore, a lot of times it's like, who your top four, clearly, right? But I feel like top fours, they're in different phases.
True.
So you have, like, earlier on, people probably would say Mount Rushmore probably would have consisted of maybe Lil' Kim, Foxy, Eve, and Trina or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got that. And then you got your recent, right? So it probably would be a Cardi, Lotto, Glow, and Megan. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Nicki
fair.
would be in the class all of her own at the same
I wouldn't
time.
even put Nicki in that class though,
I wouldn't.
because she's old now.
She's in the class
Right, you all on you
her
and
own.
honestly, the only person that she was really in competition with, to me, are people that she beat essentially. Like, you were in competition with Kim. Kim went to jail. Remy and Kim, really. Remy and Kim are the only two people that I think Nicki had to actually compete with at some point or another. Like, you had the destiny swap with Kim. Like, you had to take her swag and shit. And then with Remy beat your ass on Sheetha. And then you basically went sat down for a little minute and then came out with a record that was an actual radio record. And it was like, but I got more streams than you, bitch. And it's just kind of like, yeah, but when y'all were battle rapping, she beat your ass and then you went sit down and then did something else. You know what I mean? Like, so in that way, I feel like people really give Nicki a lot of credit. But if you were truly talking about whose music is getting played more, Nicki would not be at the top of my list. My list will always, at the top of the list, it would be Queen Latifah, it would be Eve, it would be Lil' Kim, it would be Trina. That's my top four. And if we move underneath that and we talking about these girls, I am gonna put Cardi in that list because I do listen to Cardi, and I've been listening to Cardi since her mixtapes. She may not to some people be the best rapper, but I like her songs. I like to repeat her lyrics. I like to learn the lyrics to her songs, and I be forgetting how much of a fan of her music I actually am until I start hearing shit. And I'm like, bitch, I forgot I know all the words to all of the fucking songs and shit. And then it was just because it was so long between the last album and this album. This album is really fucking good. For 20 something tracks, I'm playing at least 15 of them motherfuckers, every time. Like, I don't want to skip these certain songs. The hello,
Right.
the magnet, salute.
Dead. Got like,
Salute
yes.
real bitches. Like that's my shit too. So, Brad,
Shit.
you right. Brad, you right. If we go back up and we added one more, Brad.
Isn't Brett like? Didn't Brett get like? Was
had
she
the
the
most
first one to ever get like not a Grammy, but like
No, it wasn't a Grammy.
Hall of
It was the
Fame?
number
It was
one. She was like the first female rapper to have like 2 number ones at once. It was something like that where her
Yeah,
album
she had like
sold.
yeah, she
Like,
was like or was it like 1,000,000 copies or something she did? But she was like,
that funky
oh,
side
how dare we forget Missy Elliott, who's in the class somewhat
all
all of
by
her
herself.
own.
That's another one.
Mhm.
But I feel like it wasn't really a competition back then. When we had Missy, Eve, Trina, we had so many rappers at that time. We still had all the girls
They
from
all sounded different.
Even Vita
Very
was
different.
Vita was good. Charlie
I was
Baltimore.
just
I wish
about
they
to
would have been
say
able to stay.
Jamie is on my wave tonight. She keeps taking the words out of my mouth. I was literally about to talk about that set of girls from,
Yeah, what a
Ja
time.
Rule days. Oh my God. Somebody said it was like back in the day when we all had different cell phones because it was like everybody was allowed to be an individual. So everybody had a different cell phone.
Wow.
And now because people like to monopolize, it's like people have to be so uniform that people aren't allowed to just be themselves, not even down to their fucking cell phones. Oh my God.
For sure.
Right.
I used to love change. I used to have a Nokia where you could change the face on your phone.
Yes, me
Got the little
too.
covers on
Girl, yes.
Mhm.
and playing like the
And
little
that's what I
snake
had.
game.
Girl, yes. That was my
Then I
first
got
cell
into the
phone.
sidekick. I heard they trying to bring the sidekicks back, baby. Oh, I used to love me a sidekick. I used to
Man.
love my screen used to flip up to the top.
Yes.
So fun,
I
baby.
had the Google G1 phone that was like the sidekick. I had a bunch of razors. I had a Nokia candy bar.
Yes. Oh, you was a
Mm.
cool kid. You had a razor for real, for real. Like you was that. Okay.
They broke so easily. I had like 4 of them.
Oh, damn.
No, they did. Them fucking razors. Yeah, that's why I be laughing my ass off watching ignorant ass Yanti with that fucking flip phone, bitch. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Sony Walk. Y'all remember the
She's so
Sony
funny.
Walkman? The orange one? I had the Sony Walkman too.
Oh yeah, I had
I don't remember the Sony Walkman.
Yeah.
It's like it slid up. So it was just almost like the Nokia and it
Oh, I
slid
know what you're
up
talking
and then
about.
they
Yeah, I ain't had one of them. Mm-mm.
Whew,
I know
girl.
what you're talking about now.
It was a time.
It
Before just
was.
iPhones and Androids, it was a time. Look, Blackberries, if you had money and you was
Yes.
a real business person, but you had a Blackberry.
Damn, I
Okay,
had
but
too
you had
many
a
phones.
Nextel. Okay, screaming on the Nextel. But yeah, y'all, what a time to be alive. No, it was a bunch of different rappers back then, and people were different, and they sounded different, and you
Mhm.
could listen to everybody. And another thing is like, I think we all understood that the men were always trying to get the women to beef, and the women were like actively saying, "No, we're not doing that." Like when Kim and Missy and Brett and all, everybody will always be on a music set. If somebody had a video, they gonna invite the other girls to the video so
Yup.
that they could just be in the background.
Just
and
hanging
video.
out. Yup.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was like they really made a concentrated effort to tell them niggas, y'all are not like we're ignoring y'all. Y'all are not about to get in between us being cool with each other. And I love that because we had some really great songs on the albums because the girls will work with each other. There was a song back in the day on was it Trina or Eve's? I think it might have been Eve. Gangsta bitch, gangsta ice, gangsta whips, gangsta clothes, gangsta money, gangsta hoes,
I
something
think
like
that
that.
was Eve.
Yeah, it's the because that was Miss Trina the MIA bitch. Listen, that was Trina, Brad, and Eve on one song, and Monique did the intro and the outro because back in the day, comedians would do a lot of like intros and outros on the rap albums. Listen, I remember losing my mind when that album came out, having them all on that same track like that. So yeah, like this beef and shit, it's not fun.
Oh,
It takes the fun out of it. And since we're talking about it, we'll get into the TV shows a bit later. I like for the the show to flow. Let's get into it. So the main thing I want to talk about now after everything has taken place is Nicki started the negative commentary on the kids. First of all, you came out and you was doing all of this shit on your son's birthday, right? You're doing all this shit on your son's birthday. You stopped from saying crazy shit. You stopped from saying crazy shit about Cardi to thank the Barbs And this is when she mentioned her son's birthday. And then she said some long ass thing to Cardi. And then Cardi was like, bitch, on your son's birthday? You weren't
So
about
that's how it started. I couldn't figure
Yes.
out where it started, so I couldn't jump in. And so
Yeah.
Nicki started it.
Well, after she posted that about her son and this being his birthday and all of the shit she was saying, Cardi was like, damn, bitch, you talking to me, you running it to me on your son's birthday. And that's when she started talking about culture vulture, and culture is ugly. It was like a whole chain of tweets that she put out. Hold up. I'm about, because I kept them. Everybody be like, clean out your folder. Shit. Okay. Ain't cleaning out a motherfucking thing. I need to be able to come back to this. Hold
It's
up.
given. I'm gonna say this about Nicki before we even get into it further. It's
Okay.
giving drugs.
Listen. That's what a lot of people were saying. Here it is. I wanted to make sure I was going back because I had to go back far, girl. Hold up. All right. So Barney B, culture vulture. This is when it started. Not today. She posted this shit. Album flop, pussy flop, never want to fight. Outrank you in your own game. Shut the fuck up. Come fight. Sympathy baby couldn't pull 220K. Abort mission. Culture vulture, you ugly too. So this is where it actually went completely downhill after that. And because she posted this first, like this, is I'm the Barney B, like the Barney B shit was like whack. I know she thought she was doing something with that, but it just became like whack to me after a long time of her continuously saying it. She wrote all of this, right? Because she's arguing with the fact that Cardi accomplished something when it came to the album going platinum. Going platinum so fast, I think is what they were saying. And Nicki's like, no, that's not what happened, bitch. And so then, girl, it's your son's birthday. Why are you on Twitter dedicating essays to me? For the love of God, go to Chuck E. Cheese. And this was the second day. I want to remind everybody, this was the second day because she started out with posting that date to let everybody know that her album was coming out next year. Like, girl, who fucking cares right now? Okay. But yeah, so she talked about all of the other shit up there. Wait, bring that ass here. You talking about my father? My father never been in jail a day in his life. Go get a detective and tell him to run them records. Don't put them dirty ass allegations from your bloodline on mine. Your daddy was a crackhead and your brother was raping his stepchild. You got medical records on me. Post them, bitch. You gonna leave me the fuck alone today. And let me tell you something. Let this be the last time you mention my kids before I spill the tea on yours while you talking about ABCs. You gonna leave me the fuck alone today, ho. I'm sick of you, bitch. Like, damn, how you pressed over an album you ain't got hit in or mentioned in. Bitch feelings hurt because I ain't paid her no attention. You haven't even cut your fucking kid's cake. My God, it's 6 o'clock in LA. You must have took your first line of the day. When have I ever had a seizure? So Cardi just responded to the shit that she said. And she said, girl, it's your son's birthday. So after that, it continues on. She continues on. Culture vulture, calling a little girl ugly. I think she said, I didn't see the one where she said she wanted to kick her teeth in.
Yeah, Nicki did a series of posting and deleting tweets before she even went into this phase, because she first started to come at Cardi about her being pregnant. And that's when Cardi said, all right, bitch, this like your third time mentioning my pregnancy.
Yes.
And going in on her.
It was a lot to keep track of that day. Cause like it was late, like basically 2 weeks of this shit, but it was 2 days back to back where they were going back and forth. And we was like, not them being up again with this, Jesus.
All right.
And everybody was like, girl, be careful about playing that audio. They striking people's channels. And
I hate that they be saying, I hate when they be thinking stuff be strikes versus when it's just a copyright claim, getting everybody like overly spooked. And it's like, no, a strike, the person wouldn't even be able to come back on their channel and tell you they got a strike because they struck. But a copyright claim, you just got to edit it out. They're claiming this audio. You can't put it up there. But yeah, this right here was a mess. It was a mess. Like Cardi was chewing this lady up.
She was. It was funny.
And it was funny. I hate it got there because sometimes I be wanting Cardi to just like be like ignore people, like don't give people that satisfaction, you know. Just like it is what it is. Like you're still successful at the end of the day, like you up there. A lot of this came from like a 28,000. Well, really, it ain't even 28. It really was giving like 23,000 difference because when you see that 199.6. Chart Data made a post like Cardi only got 199.6, but they actually were being messy because all the other artists they listed right before they did Cardi's, everybody's numbers was rounded up, but when it came to Cardi, they put 199.6 versus
not
just
rounded
saying
up.
200. But everybody, Chart Data gets their info from Hits DD, which is what's quoted in one of these slides, and Hits DD has her record sales at 205,000. So it's like y'all trying to make it seem like she got less than what she got when she really didn't. And that 23,000 gap ain't that big. And the reason why she did not hit the exact 228 or more was because her sales was late. I ordered my vinyl back in, I think, early August, late July, whenever they went on sale. And I didn't get my shit till like a week after her album drop. So if the sales don't go out during the week of the album before that next Friday, then they don't count. They go to the next week's sales, which is likely why those next week sales was pretty high. So, you know, one thing on Twitter,
Cardi sales?
huh?
Yeah.
You talking about Cardi sales?
Yeah, Cardi sales. A lot of people on Twitter, they just take whatever's not authentic, what's not real, and they'll just run with it. Because how is it that now she sold 100,000 in pure sales? But y'all was quoting her sales at like 5,000 and this number here. I'm like, that's not making sense if she done already sold over 100,000 in pure sales. Like, but whatever it is, it don't matter because Nicki and all of the Barbs have to accept the fact that Cardi up there, whether you feel like she write her own music or not. And the gag be, all of these artists have collaborators. All of them have writers. I don't care what your fave has told you. I don't care. We write our stuff. I don't care what they told you. Yes, she may write it, but there are others in the room writing with her. They really ain't no different than Cardi. And, you know, it used to be a time where there were like a lot of ghostwriters. Ghostwriters are people that you don't hear about, right? Because they are ghost. So I don't know why people call Partisan ghost when, no, he's a co-writer. He's not a ghostwriter because you wouldn't know about him. Cardi came in being very vocal, saying that he writes with her. And he also has, you know, said it very clearly a long time ago that Cardi also writes her music. She been doing it well before she became popular. So I don't be understanding all of that. Like, y'all over here be trying to discredit that lady like she don't be in the lab. She be in the lab with other writers. And some of y'all faves could use some more writers because the writers they're in the room with is not really helping.
If I'm being completely honest, I never thought. I think the reason why it's different for Cardi is because when she was on Love and Hip Hop, I don't remember her rapping for shit. And I feel like the perception that was given on the show was that the guy created her. So when she actually had, the guy on the show, because when she was rapping her own shit, I don't remember her sounding like nothing. So I think that just followed her on, even though, like you saying, she does collaborate, but she ain't no freestyle artist, which is fine. Most artists are not.
Right.
But yeah, I think that followed Cardi, and a lot of people just talk about that because they want to compare her to Nicki because it's videos of Nicki, you know, battle rapping in the street.
I think
so when you compare the two,
I think outside of just loving hip hop, I think a lot of people were threatened in general because we finally have another hip hop girl that's really like on the rise outside of loving hip hop. Because you're right, they didn't really showcase her stuff. She already had mixtapes out, and her songs were starting to get very, very catchy. She was doing videos
down
and
on that bitch twice.
Yes, okay.
Down on that bitch twice. You know me.
I be with whatever. If it beef with me, we gonna be
forever.
So yeah, she had a few of them, and then Bodak Yellow ended up being the one that was really catchy, and they were playing that like all over the place. So I just think that they didn't display her actual music on the show. Don't know why. I guess because Cardi was over there trying to swing on people and fight and stuff, child. But she actually had music and stuff over there on the YouTube and had mixtapes and stuff out. So she was actually doing stuff. I always thought the whole connection with her and DJ Self was fake.
Yes.
I thought that wasn't authentic. But he
was trying to get her to fuck for and get her into like a contract. That's what it was given to me.
Right.
I think it was actually real.
And he also didn't believe that she would actually go on to be who she was either.
Yes. And I think that's the part that was really real. I do think that they probably set them up with the idea that he could help her because he did have his own radio show. So and he was playing Mariah Lynn and them tracks on the radio. So he was playing people from Love and Hip Hop, playing their records on the radio if he was cool with them. But you could tell that Mariah Lynn was fucking self. And that's the reason why he put her records up. I think Cardi was like, nah, nigga, like I'm really about to do this. And he really didn't believe in her. When she came out with her mixtape, she was not connected to him. And the fact that she had said in the studio at the time, if a bitch beef with me, we beefing forever. And then she came out with the song and forever.
Yep.
So to me, and then I heard the progression. Like I was actually, y'all know I'm a hip hop head. I like rap. So I was really listening to hear what she was going to do. And in every project, I could hear her getting better. I could hear her inflection. Even this album, you could hear how much better she is at switching up her flow and her inflection, and also just at saying things a certain way. Like when she was like, they say, what they said, red give you wings, so does Cardi B. Like the way she, you know what I'm saying? The way she uses her vocals. Like this is not somebody that doesn't care about what they doing and they just getting in the studio doing any old thing. Like you can hear that there's progression, there's effort in each project that she does. Also, I feel like you could tell that she puts in work, the visuals, the clothes, even like when she was pregnant, she could not do the choreography. So yeah, she would create something elaborate stage show that would help you focus on other things, but it was still a good show. Like when she did her SNL show, in a white dress, be careful, and all of that. Like, yeah, I think that when somebody is really trying to put their heart into the artistry, you can see it. And I think
for sure.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm just thinking about her dancing when she did I Like It Like That. I was like, go ahead. You better get up here dancing.
I want to say this. Kim did right, but also Kim got a lot of help from Biggie. Kim got a lot of help from Biggie, not just about the writing, but about the image, about how she wanted to portray herself. It was him that instructed her on being overly sexual. She wanted to be more tomboyish. That's why her flow was so deep in her voice. And she actually talks like this. But when she gets on the record, I'm, feel the fist through the uterus and all of that shit. She get deep in her voice. And it was basically a mimic of his voice. So, and of, New York rap, period. So I feel like when people say that, like, no, he didn't write everything for her, but she was absolutely molded just the way Nicki Minaj was molded. And I think these new set of girls are molding themselves for the most part. The culture is molding them, but I like the fact that there's no group of men telling them how they should look or what they should be doing with themselves. I like that they're standing on their own without a group of niggas behind them. Because I think Eve was like the only person that was able to retain who she was for the most part when having niggas behind her. And I think it was because of the type of niggas that she had behind her. Like when you hear stories later on, Eve has some real niggas behind her. Not that punk ass pussy shit, no disrespect to Cash Money, but y'all niggas is not them niggas. Y'all are not the niggas that's gonna run down on Mike Tyson because he was trying to play with Eve. Y'all are not those niggas. I'm sorry. And I think that DMX and all of them being the type of men that they were facilitated Eve being able to be herself without people pressuring her into other shit. Because Kim got pressured and made to feel a way about herself. Surgeries. Same thing with Nicki. They made fun of her. They made fun of her having a flat ass until she went and got surgery. Cardi, on the other hand, Cardi did that because that's what stripper life was. And Cardi was a stripper.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I will say for Eve, for me, I felt like that was like real first lady. Like Rough Riders, like because how the men was stepping behind her, and she didn't change her image. She didn't go get her breasts done. She didn't do her butt. She had her blonde hair. Like she was just gorgeous, and I just loved me some damn Eve. And Miss Amanda know how to flow, know how to rap, freestyle, all of that, right? Whatever.
And was styled out. Was
That
very
was
much
like,
a trendsetter. Was one of
act.
the first ones to get into the mogul line. The fetish jeans that she used to sell back in the day was some of the best jeans that I've ever had. And I was so mad when they went out of business. She used to have satin lining in the waistband of her jeans.
They
And
set so perfect, like on
yes,
her hips, like
Damn.
oh,
they were like such great jeans. Oh my God.
The first tattoo I ever wanted was some paw prints on my chest. I was like, I remember with my older sister, I was like, they would ask me, "You want to get a tattoo?" Yeah, what you gonna get? Some paw prints on my chest.
you know, I forgot Eve was a stripper for a little piece.
She was. She was. And
Mm.
she stripped for Mace. And Mace, like, she basically was she would rap for them. But she wasn't really a dancer. So she would sit in their lap and do the little thing, but she would rap for them. And she rapped for Mace. And they ended up talking. And Mace was the one that was like, yeah, you need to get out the club. You need to actually go do that. It was Mace that pushed her to get out the club. So yeah,
Stevie J.
listen, because it is given that's how she probably got into it with Stevie J. Stevie J is such a snaky R. Kelly-esque type of individual. But I think that whatever relationship he had with Diddy, I don't care what nobody say, that is a romantic relationship.
They didn't fuck. They fucked.
Stevie and
in
Diddy.
my opinion.
Yeah. The way
Stevie and
you
who?
Diddy.
And Diddy.
I'm hollering.
No, think about it. When it was all brought down, nobody was walking on the, like, this nigga is walking on the beach with this man out in public. Like he was down for this nigga from the beginning to now. And when you think about how he was also a pimp, how he also had his situation with Jocelyn, where it was obvious you got a girl that was, selling herself and you want to be a pimp, but you're really not that good at it. But you have he has the things. He's charismatic. He can play an instrument. He got a big dick. He can be a Romeo pimp, but he's not actually good at it because he don't have like the discipline or the stability, I think, like Diddy did. So he's just somebody that could go out and do the same shit that Diddy do, but with Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
It's just, for me, it was just, we know based on the footage of him and Mimi, we know what Stevie J's dick is hitting for. And we know the type of escorts that Diddy was hiring. You're not gonna tell me you've been that close to that man, you ain't ever fucked him. Especially if you fiending for big dicks like that.
That shit was like, I mean, listen, he was holding it in his hand. It was like a baby arm. Like it was ridiculous. I mean, like always sizable, all the ways sizable. Okay. And I remember being like, oh, that's why. Because I was wondering why. Mimi was up there talking about to my core. And Jocelyn was walking around, looking crazy in them wigs and shit back in the day, wearing all of that Frederickson Hollywood shit. And yeah, that kind of busted open and we all figured out what was going on. But back to these people. Essentially, I don't like the fact that Nicki started deleting shit and then making it seem like she didn't start with Cardi. And then you have all of these barbs in my fucking comments and shit talking about Cardi's the one that started it. Cardi's the one that said she was gonna outsell her. And I'm like, where did y'all see that? Where did y'all ever see that? Where did that ever I've never seen any true evidence of that. I've never seen an interview of Cardi saying that.
I've only seen those spaces where Cardi did say that she's gonna drop her music and her album and she gonna outsell, but she never said she was gonna outsell Nicki, right? But a lot of people feel like that's implied because, of course, they felt like you're gonna outsell Meg, you're gonna outsell Glow, all the girls you're gonna outsell. But it still didn't say that she was talking about Nicki though. Like, of course she gonna outsell. Say what?
I said maybe she was talking about Offset. Who fucking knows? That nigga had an album that came out. Like, she could have been talking about him. Could have been talking about him. But the only reason I feel like that's just still such an irrelevant thing is because Nicki is always gonna be outselling her because you had a head start and you have more albums. So collectively, even if she outsold her on the Queen album, bitch, there are at least tens of, like, way more. Like the first two albums had like 10 to 8 million. You know what I'm saying? Way more than they did now. Her last record, like I think it had only the what? 200.
I think she did 228 for PF2. I think she did 375 for Queen. I think that was 3. But it's like it decreased.
Yes, it was decreasing every album, and nothing was as big as the first two albums. So essentially, I feel like you're always going to have a head start. So the comparison is I'm trying to do as good as the person that I look up to. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, essentially. She should be competing with somebody. Like, who else is there to be like, I'm trying to be as good as her. I'm trying to knock her off the shit. Like, that's what you're supposed to do in rap. So I
And
don't
that
see
makes
the
sense.
issue.
That would make sense from this standpoint of I'm trying to get to where she's at versus you already being there and then taunting and chastising those that's trying to get to where you at. And she really, honestly, it's not even like that. It's really like this. Like, she really up there, you know? Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, she's there.
To me, it feels like
She
Nicki
there.
didn't ever
Y'all on the
think.
same level.
No, they are now. And it's like Nicki didn't think that her time was ever gonna come to an end. Like that song, I wish that I can have this moment in my life. Like she thought she was gonna have it for life. No, bitch. What did you think? Like everybody gets old. Everybody ages out eventually. It's always gonna be a new set of girls that are in their fucking 20s. Like you need to be
What
comfortable.
India love say? A new
Listen,
bitch turns 18 every day.
every day.
Yeah. And it's crazy how, you know, a lot of people been replaying back Nicki's own words of what she said to Lil Kim during that Hot 97 interview. You know? So it's like now you in that same position, new girls trying to come in. But I do feel like this Cardi wasn't wrong when Cardi said, why you comparing yourself to me? Bitch, I was in like middle school. When
Yes.
you was
10
out here doing
years.
your thing, you need to compare yourself to your peers, which are Drake and Rihanna. And she not wrong because since Nicki was the only female rapper out there, and since she always would compare herself to the guys too, and even watch them on some of their own songs, those are your peers. How are
Right.
you
Right.
doing in comparison to your own peers? And if you don't want to do Rihanna because she's R&B, then compare yourself directly to Drake because y'all are label mates. So
It's
what you
giving
looking like
old,
now?
bitter.
Yes.
Old and I'm not age shaming, but it's giving old. You know how ladies get when some of them, when they get to a certain age and they want to be like overly mean to the young girls because you feeling some type of way because you ain't got the youth. No, that's what Nicki gives. That's why I didn't even really dive all the way into this because I'm like, oh, Cardi album just dropped, it's fire. Here go Nicki ass. Like, oh my God. I really just, once you write somebody off as being mentally ill or on drugs, it's just like that's what it was for me. Once Nicki started talking, especially about the kids, I was like, girl.
I'm concerned for her for real though. I'm like, yo, is
Oh, for
she
sure.
cool? I don't know what's going on in that household, but let me tell you, Cardi was whacking the hell out of her and said, not allegedly. Them niggas you be putting out your house, yeah, they come and tell the hood everything. I believe all
Me
of
too.
that.
Me too. I did. I believed it. And then they started putting out videos of the little boy trying to prove that he wasn't nonverbal. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't prove anything. It's all video clips that are less than 10 seconds long. And the little boy might scream something, but it's not him speaking the way a little boy would be speaking at that age if he was like really speaking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so to me, it's just like, and it's okay. That's why I didn't like that Cardi said that, because to me, it was a trick bag. Nicki Minaj said something very direct. Your daughter's ugly. That doesn't include anybody else. You get mad and you say that her son is slow and, nonverbal and all of this shit. And even though it was more shade towards her for being like Krishan and being on drugs, and so now your baby fucked up, allegedly. It's still not the same thing as what Cardi does, where she opens it up to everybody else when you say that about ableist children. And then people get offended because it's like, bitch, my child nonverbal, my child not slow. Like it then, you know what I'm saying? It gets to that point. And I feel like that's why I think you shouldn't have said it, because you took the bait. I think Nicki intended to trick you into you saying something that will fuck up your bag. Because what did she do immediately after? Black women, y'all shouldn't support her. Any brand that's supporting her need to stop supporting her. That was the plan from the beginning, to basically pull you down off your pedestal. And that's the only reason why I didn't want her to respond the way she did. I didn't care that she was responding. I just wanted her to respond differently.
Yeah.
And she did like my video that I did about it. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, she heard what
Who
I
liked the video?
Cardi.
Oh, okay.
So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, because she said it in her interview with Jay Shetty, which was actually a really good
That
interview.
was a good interview.
It
That
was.
was really good.
He just let her talk and like get it all out. And I felt like I was definitely like see her clearer. But I do feel like I still feel the same way. Yes, you do seem to be like a great mother and very conscious of what you want your kids to have. But you have got to remember that there are more important things than money. and more important things than being successful. And you have to understand how your language and how you talk and how you vent, how that's going to emotionally affect your kids. You do need to know that. Because you about you about to have all, she said she want to have 6 kids. Yeah, bitch, you need to understand how your personal life is gonna affect your children. And if they're always with you, then they're gonna be privy to the times that you're going through depressions over dick. And so that's why it's so important that you choose proper dick. And I just didn't like the fact that she was defending Stefan, because then right after that, we get this story that just came out about Mulan Hernandez, which is his ex-girlfriend, who's also accusing him of assault, punching her in the back of the head.
Yeah.
I love that her name is Mulan, though. I've never heard of nobody named Mulan besides the Disney character.
She was on what's that show? Basketball Wives Orlando.
Yeah, and she said on June 7th, 2024, Hernandez claims Diggs punched her in the back of the head with a closed fist. She claims she was diagnosed with a concussion on the very day of the assault. Hernandez says Diggs flew out his personal assistant to Houston in June in an attempt to have her sign an NDA, which would have prevented her from speaking out against the alleged incident. She also giving y'all something that y'all can go and fact check, like flights. Hernandez demanded unspecified damages for her physical pain and mental suffering and for her medical bills. She asked the court to award her at least $250,000, but no more than $1 million. In February, Diggs sued his ex and a third party, Brianna Mack, for assault, trespass, intentional infliction of emotional distress, conspiracy, and various other claims. He accused the duo of attempted extortion, and she said that he did that as a preemptive strike to the public because they were already negotiating about it when he decided to do that.
Huh?
I believe her.
You said what now? She a preempted strike.
Him filing was like a preemptive strike. I think she said, I'm trying to find the other story where I read it. But they were
I think
already,
you may have passed it.
Okay.
Was it on it's on site?
It might have been. But she was already in negotiations with him when he decided to come out to the public and say, not this one, to say that she robbed him and all of this shit. Okay, according to court records, Diggs previously sued Hernandez and another woman, accusing them of assault, property damage, and extortion, alleging she broke his $130,000 watch and tried to ruin his career if he didn't pay. In her response, Hernandez insists Diggs' lawsuit is an attempt to silence and discredit her, saying she suffered a concussion after being hit in the back of the head and has medical documentation of the injury. Both lawsuits remain active with each other, claiming to be the victim. So he filed his lawsuit as they were in mediation about hers.
About her lawsuit? Her lawsuit, she didn't file her lawsuit till April.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They like she hadn't filed anything. She was talking like
they were talking it out.
Yes, the lawyers were going back and forth. And so while they were already going back and forth about it, he then goes and files the lawsuit. Let me see. That was another thing.
So did she sign the NDA? So basically it sounds like the way I'm understanding it is he went and filed something publicly in order to taint the public's perception that this might have been fair play of like, you know, he did something, she did something, rather than just her pressing charges again or, you know, suing him.
This is what she said on Instagram. She said on June 7th, I was assaulted from behind by Stefan Diggs at our residence, an incident that resulted in a concussion. Months later, when the mediation, am I reading that right? Months later,
yeah, you are.
His legal team requested did not pan out in his favor. I was struck with this fabricated story publicly. So that's what she's saying. The mediation was going on. It didn't go the way he thought it was going to go. So he fabricated this story publicly. This is clearly an attempt to try and get ahead of the truth that is to come. I will not be intimidated nor silenced. Having to relive this moment is very traumatic for me, especially in my time of healing. Domestic violence is something I do not wish on anyone, and everything that is done in the dark will come to light.
That's crazy.
I mean, we got to see, but this is another allegation on him. You
That's
know
what I'm saying. And I immediately jumped to I believe all of it. I believe that he probably did hit her in the back of the head at their residence. And I also believe that her best friend was like, let's go fuck this man shit up for doing what he did, because he ain't gonna do you any type of way. So let's go. I believe it.
So what he said in his court document was that one night she went out, whatever night that was, she went out to go hang out with her friend, came back drunk. When she came back drunk, she started to get upset. But he didn't say, I didn't see where the issue was. What, because it seemed like it's like what you did to her. You must have did something for her, a woman to just come in there and show out on you that way, to where she punching you all in your chest and stuff. She
Right.
took his watch, she broke his watch. That was $130,000 that he suing her for. She took his phone, threw it in the toilet. He's suing her for that as well. It was a list of things. He said any contact that was made was from him trying to defend himself from her and her friend. That's what he said. He also lists her friend and says that her friend Brianna Mack was one of the witnesses there. And I'm like, wait a minute, because he's suing her too. So hold on. If he's saying she saw everything that happened, I'm wondering if he would try to get her to flip to be more so on his side in an effort to get the lawsuit that he has against her dropped. And if so, and I ain't in the legal field. This what I'm just thinking. I'm like, girl, you might want to watch your friend if this flip. I said, because what would suck is if y'all end up having to pay this millionaire some money. Because he may have, I don't know if he does or doesn't, but he may have camera footage of the situation that went down, right? Don't know if he's gonna have footage or not. He might, of him actually hitting her in the head. He said she went to the hospital, I think on the 7th, told the doctors that she slipped and fell on the kitchen floor. Then turned around a week later, went back to the doctors and said, oh no, he punched me in the back of my head. So she could have been trying to protect you, because I feel like that's not an uncommon thing for women to do. They'll tell one story in the beginning and then go back and tell the truth later. She does have the proof to show. I think the concussion could last for like a week or probably more. So she has the evidence of that injury with the judge, but I'm sorry, with the doctor, but we don't know what kind of evidence he has to protect his claim to show, oh, well, she did do this and she did do that. Here are my pictures, here are my video in the home. I don't know, but they were dating. He tried to make it seem like she wasn't really my girlfriend, but we were casually kicking it, and I would let her, use my apartment from time to time when she was in Houston. And also, she was 5 weeks pregnant with his child, so I don't know what happened with that. I don't know if she aborted the baby. I don't know if she miscarried due to the stress of the situation. Not sure what happened.
Boy, damn.
But that's what I say. I'm like, bro, you just be out here putting your thing into air. Like, what's going on?
You see, it's always men who be getting everybody pregnant do not respect women, which is why I have to believe all these allegations. You don't respect women, you don't respect yourself. You fucking everybody raw. Like, it's a pattern. So that's why it's hard for me to say, like, oh, I don't know. Yes.
Yeah.
You do not respect women. You think you are fucking women raw like they're not, like they're objects. So who's to say you wouldn't put your hands on them?
It's crazy.
At the same time of pregnancy.
If you listen,
she would have had 3 babies if she would have had a child. I don't think she had that baby, but that would have been 3 damn babies.
That's why Nicki said he had 4 bitches pregnant. Girl, anyway. Nicki did say that. I was gonna say that I feel like Cardi kind of be telling on him a little bit too, because Cardi is so honest. It's very hard for her to conceal things. And when she did that Jay Shetty interview, there were a couple of times that I felt like she was hinting at them having some type of problem or issue. And her being like, we talked about it and we'll see if that helps. But I'm like, what you're gonna find is at first it's gonna work. At first, when you talk to him, you'll see like, oh, he's trying to be better, but eventually he'll go back to doing whatever he was doing. And, the real him will come out. That's why I'm like, I really hope you didn't purposefully get pregnant by this nigga, bruh. Because there's a part of me that feels like Stefon Diggs is a well sought after athlete. So as she said in her song, if that nigga was on 2K or whatever, 3K, whatever the fuck the game is now that these niggas play, and he one of the players Offset like to play him in the game or some shit, and so you decide because he hit you up in the DMs that you was gonna fuck this nigga, and you know what I mean? If that's a possibility, we had too much fun. Like, why not plan B it, bitch? Why not?
1000%.
Or plan C.
Listen, you rich because you rich. You could, and as she said, so I was just like, I don't know why she decided to do it. And it's like not about the baby, but it's about what he may put you through because of the type of man that he is. And I just don't have a lot of hope in entertainers, but specifically in football players. Like, you niggas get hit in the head too much for me to think you got sense when it comes to emotional control and regulation and all of that. And then on top of that, you add the fact that that nigga was seen on a boat with a plate of something that looked like he was sniffing. I don't know. I know. But
Yeah.
you add that with football and black man, that's a lot of aggression. Then you add with the fucking everybody, and you got allegations on both sides of the spectrum, and you out here having unprotected sex with women because you're getting everybody pregnant. So that means you could get somebody a STD that also, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just
Right.
leaves.
Yeah.
That
Because
leaves
if he had 3 women pregnant last year, I guarantee you he talking to somebody else outside of Cardi right now that just ain't saying that because she don't want that blowback or whatever the case is. But I really hate this for her. You know, yes, babies are blessings and stuff, but what is not is knowing that you haven't fully healed from one situation and now you're going into it with this guy that you're already having issues with, and you're pregnant with his child. Is not going to get any better because he's giving to me, I am in charge. I control you. You don't control me. It's like we gonna move to the beat of my drum. And because Cardi is not at a place, in my opinion, where she is emotionally stable, she's likely going to be going down the same road that she went with Offset, yelling, screaming, hollering all into the phone and stuff. And I understand you may have expected more from Offset because that's your husband, but don't be expecting the same husband quality from this man that is not your husband and barely giving boyfriend just a little piece, even
You
though
hear
y'all
how
keep
she
y'all
say
stuff
boyfriend.
private.
Barely.
You hear how she say
Barely.
boyfriend. She says it as if she don't even want to say it.
She don't believe. That's not her
It's the,
boyfriend.
I think it's the
It's
belief.
not her boyfriend.
Niecy, the more I started, I think about it every time. I be like, damn, I think Niecy probably was right.
No,
It's
No,
not.
for
that
real.
was
It's
It's
not.
giving
never her
for
boyfriend.
everybody.
Yeah,
And the girls are
They,
just being reckless by allowing him to shoot their club up. But I wanna respond to this. She wants 6 kids no matter how they come, and that's okay. I don't think it is okay. I really don't. I don't think it is okay. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like I know what men do to women and how that can stress women out, but also how that can harm children. So I think that it's very important that you know who you have children with. I don't think it's okay to feel like I just want these kids no matter what, and I'm gonna choose any old baby daddy. You could choose a baby daddy that will have you out here like, fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, niggas hurt
you know
kids.
what that is,
I
though.
think it's.
What that is I didn't had all my kids with my husband, but now that I got a baby daddy, it is what it is. So now it's I don't care however they come. It's more of like a way to make her feel less embarrassed. I feel like this entire every interview she's had speaking on Stefan, speaking on this pregnancy, she's embarrassed and she's trying
To save
to
face.
she's trying to yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. She's trying to save face. So now it's like, oh, I don't care whichever they where they come. Like, yes, because kids are a blessing, but also like, wouldn't you prefer to have one baby daddy to deal with? But the thing is, even if you don't have more than one baby daddy, wouldn't you prefer the second one not to be Stefan, who you lightweight can't even say he your boyfriend with your chest? So it just feels like cleanup to try to like reserve the way that she knows that people are perceiving her.
Well,
Right.
yeah, I could see that. Also, I feel like going back to that person's comment, she wants 6 kids. She don't care how she get them, and that's okay. Whatever. I think that they are right in the sense of surrogacy. Right? She can afford it if that's something she wants to do. She don't even have to carry the babies like Candy. Have your 6 kids, right? But at the same time, I think it's not okay emotionally. Right. And then you being this working woman, spending even more time away. And it's already, let's say you even in the house, right? You ain't got to do a lot of work outside. You still have to split your time. And each child, you have to parent differently. So you have to dedicate so much of time. And it's only one you, and you got all of these children.
And he got all
So
of these children.
yeah, I think exactly.
Fuck.
Then you got to split the time with him and all the kids on top of his job and things like that. So I just think emotionally, I don't think that it is a wise thing to do moving forward. I think
just
I
feel like it's gonna take
understand
a
this was a
toll.
mistake. Learn from it. Be
Yeah.
a great mom. The other 2 may come down the
In a
line
better way, in a way where
in a
you are
better.
more
Yeah.
stable and with a partner that's gonna actually be helpful to you and supportive to you. And that's what I'm really
Yes.
thinking about. Like, when I say that, y'all, is because I really don't like when women have terrible experiences while in pregnancy. Like, I think that's a
Right.
dangerous thing. And I also feel like when him having these allegations and then him, like, you just don't know what it's gonna be like. And also, Also, niggas like Stephon Diggs be like really vindictive when shit go bad. They be very vengeful and vindictive to me when shit go bad, especially in a situation with somebody that might have more power than them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, it's one thing for these regular girls that really ain't nobody. But if him and Cardi break up and it's on some bad shit, I'm wondering how that might go down and what he might do behind the scenes that would have her pissed off and not really being able to respond in public in a certain way and all of that type of shit. So I
Ain't
don't know.
no breaking up because they ain't together.
You know what I mean.
Ain't no breaking up. They ain't together.
Honey,
Like,
it's over.
I don't even know what could go wrong.
When the warm feelings stop, okay? When the thrill is gone, that's what it is. When the thrill is gone, I am worried about what that's gonna mean. You know what I'm saying? But it's not, no, like you misunderstand it. Everyone doesn't need or want a partner when having children. That's not the point. The point is when you do have a baby with a certain person, how that can make that experience more difficult. Like if she would have went and had a baby with a surrogate, I would not. I mean, if she, matter of fact, if she would have just asked that nigga for his sperm and like no connection whatsoever, I would say fine. But when it,
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
Really?
She's
If he was
still
just a
having to
sperm
split.
donor?
Like, I mean, she's still gonna have to split him with all these other folks. On top of
No,
being
if he was just
continuing
a
to be
sperm
attached
donor.
No,
to
just a
all
sperm
of
donor.
these
Like
allegations too.
not like that. Not like to where he's connected. And like basically she was just saying
I got
like
you
you don't
now.
need a
Okay.
parent. So I'm saying
Gotcha.
like if she was just having a baby and there was no real man attached to the baby, I would prefer that, is what I mean. If she didn't have, because it's the man, girl. It is the man. It is what the man is going to put you through because his baby is in you. Like that's what I mean when
And
I
I
say
also
have
with
never in my
Cardi is
life.
really family oriented too. So she probably wouldn't go to surrogate route. Like she gonna want the daddy. Like, I mean, or IVF route. She's gonna want the daddy to be a part of the kid's
go
life.
get some more Offset sperm. Just go get some more Offset sperm. You already know him. He already the daddy to the rest of the kids. Please,
Like, you know what? I see why Chloe was doing what she did. I see it now. I was on Khloe Kardashian head about it, but low key, I would prefer her to have another one Offset.
in this situation, I would have preferred another one with Offset than this situation because I don't know why, y'all, but I feel like that nigga gonna turn into enough on her. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be a switch, and it's gonna be dirty. It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be cold as fuck. The way I've seen him respond just in interviews when talking about her shows me the amount of disassociating that he can do. And like the way men disassociate after they done love bombed you can be some of the most cruelest
You
cut
talking
off.
about Stefan?
Yes, I'm talking about Stephon.
Yes, that's
So
what I'm
like
saying.
that's why I'm like I'm nervous and I'm scared for when he is no longer on you like that and how he's gonna treat you and what that's gonna make you feel like if you are
It's gonna
feeling
make her
so
go
much
crazy.
better because of him. Yes. And then you're gonna
He
go
talks
crazy with how many kids? 5?
4. Oh, 5. Is this 5?
Who got
This
5
is
kids?
4.
Somebody his
No,
This is
5 or
4.
it's
she
4.
got 4.
It's 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I keep. Okay. So one more 4. I'm saying like that's different than going through it with 3 kids. Now you're gonna be going through it possibly with 4 kids. And if she is very family oriented, like we think she is, there's a possibility that you could want to, be around them other kids too. That's a lot. Like you might be Jasmine Brown out this bitch with 7 kids in your fucking house at the same time. Like that's a lot on anybody. So yeah, I don't know. I think Cardi will be okay either way.
I think so
But
too.
it's just you don't want people to go through unnecessary bullshit if they don't have to. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for
all.
sure. Like I just don't want to see her back at that space that she was at with Offset and hollering and yelling and I'm vulnerable right now and all of that.
Because it's
That does a
painful.
lot to your mental.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
And to
more
your
so just one of
bloodstream.
those
So
Tyra
I hope he
Banks.
treats her
We
better
were
than
rooting for you.
he's treated others. I hope he treats her better than that, but we'll see.
Right.
He's not.
Yeah. Child, he just
I hate to say he's
I
not.
mean,
ain't
That's
nothing like
it
ain't
is
nothing
so
like
I mean, the
clear.
track record not looking good.
a mean sassy nigga is the worst. Do you hear me? A nigga that
Okay.
will pick up a purse and walk out on you is like he
He
look like
is
one of them
not.
niggas. Like, I'm about to pick up this Louis Vuitton bag, put it on my shoulder, and I'm out. I'm done with you. But anyway, y'all, let's get into the reality shows. I did want to get into Love and Hip Hop, and when this is like basically the only thing we're gonna really deal with for the most part. So I'm gonna play it at the beginning, and then I'm gonna come full screen, but we'll be able to hear it. I want to explain. 24 hours. Okay, he finds out because Mama D is messy. Mama D outs to the table. She wasn't supposed to. Zayn had been working up to pulling 24 hours to the side, and he thought he was going to dinner with just him, Scrappy, in 24 hours, and they were going to talk to 24 hours about the Selma situation. Sierra and her man have put it out there that her brother-in-law, Zay's brother, is fucking Selma. Their text
Currently?
it was current. It was current because she allegedly, Sierra said that when it all went down, she Snapchatted him and asked him if he was going to take care of her if her husband left her after it had all came out that night on the show. So it did seem like they were still talking to each other. And then Zayn said, I looked at the text messages and he sent an Uber and that's their address in the thing. So I was just like, damn, like you even got, an Uber receipt. Gonna put the address, the date, and the time. So you're not gonna be able to dispel any of this shit. Either way, I feel like the girl definitely is probably cheating.
For sure.
And when I look at the nigga, especially in this scene, I understand why. And that's no disrespect. Y'all know I don't think monogamy is that great in the first fucking place because I think all of these people have cheated at one point or another, which just makes me feel like people shouldn't necessarily be monogamous because y'all don't know how to do it. Like it just seems like y'all not doing it. Y'all just lying about it. But in this situation, it's definitely given what's going on and you don't care. And them niggas should have known that and you just don't care and not to bring that shit to you. And especially not on this show like this. So I think Zayn and Scrappy was gonna take him to the side. Mama D, honestly, I low-key feel like Scrappy knew Mama D was gonna do this shit. Scrappy was acting like a plant the whole episode. Like he was acting like somebody that production had doing certain shit. So for instance, Zayn thought that it was just gonna be him, Scrappy, in 24 hours. Scrappy brings his girlfriend, Mama D, Spice, and Carly all of a sudden end up in the wrong car. Yeah, no, because to me, that meant that Zayn wasn't gonna say anything until they were alone, which gave Mama D the opportunity to drop that shit off in front of everybody at the table. Because once Zayn realized the women were there, he wasn't going to say anything in front of them. And then Mama D outs it. So then 24 hours is pissed. 24 hours is pissed off at them, at everybody at the table. Because he feel like y'all disrespecting his queen. Y'all disrespecting his wife. And that's his person. So it don't even really matter either way. Like at the end of the day is what he was saying. But he not about to.
That's why he's saying you think he knew.
Yes. Niggas just don't be wanting to be confronted with the shit. They know, but they don't want to be confronted with the shit. And on some level, they know what it is, and they are in the back of their mind, like, I know what it is. And if it don't come to me, then I can ignore it. Scrappy pissed me off. Because what Scrappy was doing during this scene.
I'm always gonna be your
look, hold up.
I don't play the guy shit. Never. I can. Never. I know a lot of never. To let it roll. You can tell me about my girl, and if you do it, I'm gonna look at you and I'm like, my told me that. Now I gotta go look at her and I gotta go talk to her. You know, they tell me. I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? No. Oh, so nobody no. Who was just no. Like you saw it. Yeah. You seen it? No, I seen Texas though. You seen it, right? Why the did you even say? Listen, bro. Listen, look at me. It's your anniversary right now. I have some. How do I tell my? When did you? So you seen it? No. Dog. We known each other. I'm telling you this. I've been trying to pull you to the side for a minute, but trying to figure out how to tell you this, bro. Watch out, move around, bro. You still ain't saying. Get it out. When you left, bro, you here, bro. Bro, I see. Respect. What you mean, y'all? Both of y'all said I didn't want to talk to you right now. If you think that my don't count, my marriage don't count. Because no, you said it didn't count. It says I didn't count. You said I didn't count. Talk to me. Cool. You said I didn't count. I'm gonna talk to you. Put your hands on me, dog. I know y'all tripping. Don't touch me, dog. I'm gonna touch you, man.
Okay. So I am mad at Scrappy in this scene because I think Scrappy likes to punk Zayn because Zayn is little. And I was actually glad that Zane had that overreaction and security had to come grab him, because I think that's how small people have to act. You have to act like you're going to be a little spider monkey and bite somebody's fucking head off, because otherwise people that are bigger than you will try to play with you, because that's what Scrappy did. And as a man, he needed to respond to Scrappy because that's how men are. If he would have played, Zane is a very, I'm going to say it, Zane is nice. Zane is looking for emotional validation from people. Zane wants to fit in. They know that. Him and Ashley both be wanting to fit in. And the other people on the cast are kind of like bullies a little bit, and they like to like box people out and make fun of them in front of their face and just be straight up disrespectful and then dare you to say something, i.e. Spice and Scrappy. And the way Spice and Scrappy were acting on this trip, they actually came together with Carly and Erica Banks. Scrappy was with them. They had conversations ahead of time about certain moments that seemed like they was ganging up on either Zane or Ashley. So that's what made me feel like Scrappy was a part of production. And also, like, 24 Hours asked them 3 times to stop talking to him and get out his face. They followed him to his room. And then once Zane was out of there, Scrappy was still in there all the way until Selma finally got there, because Carly called Selma and told her about what's going on after Spice and Carly FaceTimed with Zay's brother and got the confirmation. He was like, yeah, I fucked her yesterday. All on camera. They was waiting. They was waiting on the phone call. You could tell niggas is asleep. And Zay is like, hey, get up, bro. Get up. They called. And he pop up and he like, yeah, I did it. So Carly and Spice was working on my nerves because they was too excited about all of this. But everybody was mad at Zane. And I'm like, I don't feel like this is really Zane's fault. I think that it's Sierra and Zay's fault because they brought it to everybody. And then Mama D for coming and dropping that shit off in a way. You around 24 hours because he's cool with your son. That wasn't cool for you to do that shit like that. That was actually really fucked up. And if you cared about that boy in any capacity as like the fake mother figure you like to be, why wouldn't you have pulled either one of them to the side before you did that shit? That's because y'all don't have no couth. Y'all hoes ain't shit.
Just trifling. And then what he said, that was his anniversary day?
Yes.
And y'all do that on his anniversary day? That is so shiesty.
That's why Zane didn't want to say anything.
But he definitely, from the clip you showed us just a little piece, it definitely gave 24 Hours was aware. And he just overhyping the situation, trying to act mad.
Yeah.
He was embarrassed. He didn't want to. When he said get from around me, he don't want to hear it. He don't want to know. He don't want to talk about it. But you could tell that Zane was trying to approach the scenario with like some empathy. He was really trying to. He would like Scrap was just like, yeah, it is what it is. Production, as you said.
And also, Scrappy was trying to make sure that 24 Hours wasn't mad at Mama D. And that really pissed me off because I feel like he had every right to be mad at your mom. And it was almost like Scrappy was daring him to be mad at Mama D so that Scrappy could pop off. Because he was like, who you mad at? Who you upset with? He like, whoever said it. Sierra, whoever the fuck said it, nigga. Like, you could tell in his mind, he's trying to like not fight with Scrappy right now. But at the same time, like, I hate the way Scrappy feels like he's always bullying people. He's always on a cusp of beating somebody's ass or something. Like, I'm,
I need Scrappy to watch out because I think that's how you got your teeth knocked out the last time. Didn't he get his teeth knocked out the last time? And that's why he had to go get them veneers. You need to calm down. You can't beat everybody is. I thought you learned that. Okay? Jesus.
And sometimes when you think you the big strong nigga, little niggas pop up and do grimy shit to you when they feel like they can't get you because of your size. You think you about to walk around putting fear in everybody because you big, and then you find out one day somebody did some grimy shit to you. But yeah, he worked on my nerves. He was just in the room for too long. I remember me and Lyric were watching it, and Lyric was like, why is he still in there? Walk, put your feet in front of each other and get out. Like,
I'm trying to figure out why. I mean, does Scrappy, did he want to be like have a front row seat to somebody's marriage falling apart like his or something?
It was, that was another thing he kept saying, my marriage, I know exactly what you've been through. And that's when 24 Hours like, no, you don't. And he was like, so you trying to say my marriage don't count? No, nigga. And he didn't want to tell him this, but you cheated on your old lady, not the other way around, nigga. And I hate the way, like you say, like Martell, they cheat on you, they fuck up, you don't forgive them, not you the cheater. Because that's exactly what he did, basically. The only other thing I wanted to talk about from that, of course, you know that 24 hours in Selma are not about to break up. That nigga know what's going on, and he know that his titties are bigger than hers. So he's gonna pull it together. You know that she's out of your league when it comes to looks, and she knows that you really care about her and financially support her.
Yeah.
So y'all are gonna have to work it out. Then also, I don't know if y'all saw, we don't have to dig that deeply into it, but Ray Face puss ass popped out on the internet as a clout chasing, trying to do interviews and all of that. Bam was like, he didn't make it to the big blogs. He was upset about it. He was trying really hard. So
interviews with who?
I'm gonna show you, girl.
Oh
So
wow.
first he did this. I'm with Tommy now. I'm not worried about Bam.
Oh, if this ain't a clout chaser, honey.
My God, today. So then
this the one that she was engaged to? The drop?
Yes.
Yes. I'm trying to see how much he paid her to take the photo with him.
Well, actually, he bought her some jewelry. Somebody else, a woman claims Bambi's ex Ray Face was messing with her and Bambi at the same time. Y'all, Bambi posted after he got on this person's podcast, and basically said that he had the police go to Bam's house because she had some of his jewelry and she wouldn't let him in. So the police looked the other way while he kicked the door in so he can go and get his jewelry back. But Bam came out and said that was a fucking lie and that he was trying to get back jewelry he had gifted her. And that's what I think he said in his clip. Hold on, let me see. Oh, why I can't hear it? Oh, you hoe. I probably have it somewhere else. But these text messages was just basically proving that he was saying the same thing to Bambi that he's saying to her in these texts. Because Bambi actually ended up posting the text.
You don't have the tab muted, do you?
I don't have the tab muted. I think it was just that specific one. But he posted this too. Because Tommy said, no, I don't know that nigga. We are not together. It's not like that. We had a good time, but that's not my man. Like, we just had a good time. And he said, I thought this meant we were together, Tommy, but okay. And it's a picture of them supposedly in the bed. This is what she said.
Tommy did this.
Just lying. Like, what made you say, ooh, I'm about to just and lie?
Listen, he did not lie. You was fucking with him, but y'all just don't go together. Okay, so let's see. Because I want to pull up the ones that were the text. I think, is this it? Receipts drop. Bambi. So Bambi dropped this. And this was the receipts on how their relationship went. So I don't know when and lying on that girl Brittany is insane. I think I want to eat with a nigga that been lying in my face. So they was going back and forth, right? He said, I miss you so much. Can I take you on a date? My car got towed while I was out of town. Your gun was in it and the tow saying they didn't see it, but they stole a lot out my car so you can report it stolen. Whenever you're ready to meet me, I'm ready. I'm going to bring you $2,500 because I'm still so in love with you and you my dream girl. I know I will never find someone like you again. You so amazing, so different, so cool, and the way you love unmatched. So this is him just talking to himself over time. Good morning. I know you at church or watching some FA show. I was just thinking about you. I miss you so much. Pray for me, please. She hearted it. He kept going. Where do I send this bill for this emotional and mental damage you put me through? So this is like 4 days later. He's talking about this after saying, pray for me. She's still ignoring him. I love you, Bam. I can't get over you. Damn. I'm so sorry. I fucked up with you because you the closest I ever got. So what I want and need for me. He kept going. Hey, I got bread for you. You good? She said, why you ain't sent it yet? Finally. That nigga said, LOL, savage. Tiana, cash, Bam. You know I don't do the account shit. It's on my heart to take care of you. And I can't sleep well until I do so. Can I please? Is that okay? Y'all, the way these niggas will be begging on their knees. Slow down on our Amex, baby. Did you take me off? It's okay if you did. I'm just asking because it's still reporting on my credit. Why you ain't pay it then? I will. I don't mind. Stop ignoring me. So he trying to get her attention. She said, he said, I want to. That's not the right to. She responded cat to him saying, I will. I don't mind. Stop ignoring me. She put cat. She said, bam, I love you, nigga. I got you. You changed my life forever. I got you. You my motherfucking dog. October 3rd, I'm opening up for Chris Brown at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Oh, yeah? So I'm going to be out. I'm going to be out there. I was like, you an artist, nigga?
No, that's what it was.
Opening up for Chris Brown is crazy.
A lot. Listen, I didn't even go to fact check it. I just assumed he was lying because I can't believe nothing a nigga like this be saying. He said, so I'm gonna be out there a couple of days. Can we go eat and get back on track, please? I'm literally begging you. Fuck TV. I love you. Let me start somewhere showing you instead of just out with me, acting like I'm full of shit when you know I'm not. I'm sorry, bam, damn. I got a pocket, but I do love you. I'm out of pocket. Zay the one that came and told me Zell was pulling up to tell you all that shit on cam. And she said, you still don't get it. I'm over it though. You did the most and didn't even try to fix nothing. Just kept it going. He said, bam, I don't know what the fuck going on. You not communicating with me. So I'm lost. Let me fix it. I want to. You keep saying that, but ain't tried to do nothing. Literally, I could have said a lot and I haven't. I just been letting you get away with stuff. He says, bam, I tried to take you out to eat several times so we could get on the same page. Nigga, I don't be hungry like that. I don't want to eat. He said, oh, well, what can I do so me and you can talk? A spy date? I'll fly in just to do that with you. She said, I don't know. I'll think about it, I guess. He said, please, fast. Or we can go to like Mexico or something. Quick 2-3 days. Can you unblock me off egg, please? So she said, that was Sunday, September 14th. And then whatever today was, okay, which I'm guessing was like, this was 3 days ago. So that might have been 3 days ago. She said, you lying bitch ass nigga. I'ma ask to, she said, I'm about to give you the clout you asking for. Keep my name out your fucking mouth, bitch. I don't speak on you. And you're about to receive a cease and desist from my attorney. Remember your dumb clout chasing ass signed an NDA, clown. Bam. I don't want no smoke with you. That shit old. I did that when I was still hurt. I don't give a fuck, lying ass bitch. You just want a response. And you just said this Mexico shit a week ago. So I know you lying. Bam. You hurt me, bro. Why you act like I don't have emotions and feelings? So just because someone hurt you, that means be a liar and a cloud chaser? You need to go clear that shit up, or I'm dropping receipts along with suing you. You might want to go and look at that agreement again. I'm going to give you an hour. Time went by. The nigga said hurt people do hurt people shit, bam. Okay? We can clear it up together. Go live with me. I will be honest. See, go live with me. That's another red flag. I'm not
go live.
She said, hell nah. There you go. I'm not going live. I don't do this kind of shit. I don't say shit about you. And I could have gave them all that footage, but I didn't. Bam, you didn't even love me for real. You wrong for playing on my top like that. Niggas will switch up on you. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit you talking about. You got what you came for, some attention. Now you looking like a clown. Yeah, you done. Out of pocket talking to my homegirl. You really a messy bitch. When I post these videos and screenshots, it's going to have your number, not name. So please stop fucking playing with me. Bam. Why you keep trying? Wait, bam. Why you try to keep up smoke? Damn, you a Christian. Let that shit go. Let's just move forward. It's old anyways. I'm fasting. I don't want no negativity. Bitch, fuck your fast. You want the smoke? Now I'm about to give it to you. You better go tell them your ass is lying right the fuck now. Okay, child. And then she posted this video of him coming to her house with the cops. She said, are you really this slow? The entire conversation, even them making you give me the shit back, is here. So whatever he said he was there to get, the police made him give it back to her. I asked you to go live with me. Okay, give me an hour. I'll go live. She said 5 minutes.
Did you get kicked off of Love and Hip Hop because of this?
It got real gangster and they got scared. She told them that my people and me had.
So she lied on you?
Yeah, she lied on me. So once she did that, it caused a problem with Love and Hip Hop.
So this whole situation is about, they claim you broke into her house and all that.
No,
what was that?
No, yeah.
I saw that on Shade Room.
No. What happened with Bam is that after that happened, right? I had on jewelry, like I got a lot of jewelry. So my other jewelry was at her house. So after the next day, I'm hitting like, Bam, listen, I don't want to be with you no more, but I need my jewelry. Let me just come get my. and I'm gone.
Right.
And she ain't replying. So I got 100,000 in jewelry there. I need my. So I called the police. I said, listen, I got my things in this house.
Yeah, and they should be able to escort you.
I need an escort. Right? So the police pulled up. They escorted me there. So when I went there, I knocked on the door. He like, you live here? I like, yeah. Nobody ain't answering the door though. He like, man, if you live here, you got mail here. I can't tell you how to get in.
So they gave you permission to break in?
I said, okay, so I can do what I want if I got mail. I know I got mail.
Yeah, I think it's the legal that you get kicked off of.
So he was basically saying that it wasn't his jewelry. He was going back to get jewelry he had gifted her. Okay. And he did the same thing with Tommy, right? When him and Tommy was together. Took her to the jewelry store, got her iced up. He posting all the shit, you know what I'm saying? And look at lame ass.
I don't know what everybody's on. Hello. But listen, you don't hear me, you know what I'm saying, say that shit, do that shit, then it ain't so. And another thing, like all this Tommy love a leftover, Tommy love breaking up happy homes. First of all, bitch, I don't know a virgin. If he is, I don't want to be with him. I don't want to train him. I need you already ready when you come over here. So ain't nobody dating a virgin. And I'm not with the breaking up nobody's home. I don't play like that. I love, and I love, you get what I'm saying? Like bonds, real bonds. So don't play games with me. Don't put me in your childish games, like get back games. I don't play like that. Y'all know me. I ain't dated nobody publicly. I ain't been in no real relationship since my ex. Y'all don't even know him. And before him, he's dead. So stop playing. Since my ex, he would never kick it on no lame shit. Games. I don't play like that. Y'all know me. I ain't dated nobody. I haven't even had time, honestly. So real quick before a nigga get to thinking, oh yeah, she talk about me. Not your lame ass nigga. Definitely not you. That nigga from New Orleans. Him. Not you, nigga.
Okay. So she was defending herself against that shit. The funny part was like her in a car.
Just want to apologize to my children for even having to see something weird like this. Like, this is outrageous. This is crazy. This is no shit.
Mind you, Tommy's on Zeus Network. Mind you, Tommy beat the shit out of her child at the school and had CPS called, but she apologizing her children for this shit. Like, and then she said that she ain't giving that nigga shit back, and she threatened him. And she was like, you could play with me if you want to. And that's what I said when I initially saw them together before she came out and said that it was all a lie. I said, she's gonna beat you up. She's gonna beat you up, and then she's gonna have her family members rob you. That's what she does to people. So you're not ready for that. Why are you getting with that? They gonna beat you up. And like in one of these lives, she basically was saying, like, nigga, like I was like, whoa.
I remember, for whatever reason, I think it might have been Tommy was the rebound for somebody else, and they posted her last year. Do y'all remember?
Tamar and her white man.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go.
So that's what everybody's talking about when they say she's a homewrecker. But she wasn't no fucking homewrecker. That nigga was a hoe. And this nigga wasn't even with Bam. Like, I don't know if she not watching the other shows, because Tommy and then she kept saying this. She said this man has an alcohol problem. Yeah, it was the way she was talking about it, like so disassociated. Like she's not also an alcoholic. It was hilarious.
So like, it was just a lot on my mind. And also, I got real like trial going on, all type of things.
You got a trial going on.
Like, let's go. Like, you from Houston, you want to show us around. I love horses. Y'all know that. Y'all done seen me on a horse. I went on a horse ride. Basically, you know, he was saying some weird shit from the get-go. And he mentioned clout and all of that. But the boy seemed like a nice guy. He ain't do nothing crazy from, you know what I'm saying, the first 2 hours. And then it got crazy.
Yeah, because he was a very nice guy. I'm not gonna lie. He's not a mean person.
I don't know about his relationship. I don't know about his history or his past or none of that shit, bro. Like me, I'm going through some shit, and I was trying to get some shit up out my mind. Why am I being exploited? And why do people got pictures of me acting like I'm in their like what? What is all of this, bro? We are grown as hell. I have a family. I have children, and I asked them, man, please don't post me. So like, it was just a lot on my mind.
So yeah, she was going back and forth. I wish I could find that one of her threatening. And then this nigga got in the dark. Why are you in the dark?
Over Bam, she still got that. I bought Bam
hella shit. You feel me? She still got that shit. I bought Tommy something. She still got that shit. I don't be wanting nothing back. Of course, like, I'm a man. You feel me? If I buy you something, you feel me? And you switch up, you can act a tripping with me. I'm gonna feel some type of way. I might want my shit back, but that ain't how I feel truly in my heart. Is really like, I did that for you. Can have that. Nigga just be mad at the time. So, and I've been saying nothing about shit, and these
This nigga in a dog, but we can see them teeth, boy.
people be trying to bash me, man, in a worse way.
You can.
Every time I'm telling all type of lies on me and shit. So I gotta speak my mind, because otherwise I'm gonna sit here and go crazy and let everybody just make up shit that ain't true.
I ain't giving nobody back shit, bitch. This a gift. Suck my dick and get out my business, bitch. And this is what I don't want to do. So everybody just remain calm. Bitch, you ain't getting shit back, bitch. You will get a bullet in your motherfucking head, bitch ass nigga. Fuck out of here.
Still unhinged.
Suck my dick, nigga. And I'm taking this shit to get chopped up, nigga. I never wear it on me. I told you I don't like Cardi anyway. So you better stop playing with me, whoever you is, and stay out my motherfucking business, bitch. Yeah.
How you gonna?
Yeah.
How you gonna say everybody stay calm and then say you'll get a bullet in your?
That's the same thing she did to Scrap when she said, "Can't nobody tell me where and how to go." And so when he left, she got to crying. But you just sat up there, and that was the most iconic scene that made Tommy.
Yes, that she's crazy. She literally be flipping back and forth like that. I'm ashamed to say that she's a Gemini, but that's what was so funny to me
That's what
about watching her, because she's like, I'm a mother, and I have a family, and I don't get involved in stuff like that, but I'll kill you, nigga. Like,
Literally, they need to probably put her ass in a movie. That's some Friday after next type shit.
It absolutely is. Okay, so we've been on here for a minute, so I just want to talk about one last thing, and we're gonna let the rest of that shit rock. But I do want to talk about Belle Collective.
Ooh, the Bells is back.
The Bells is back, and it was good. It was a good episode, and I have some things to discuss. Girl, first of all, I want to start with Selena and that man. I do not like them together, and I want her to not be so. Oh, girl, why y'all want to get married? Y'all already got married. Why you want to get married again?
Is it only the first episode that's been out?
Yes. So
ain't this the man that stayed with her through her stroke and all that? Is that why she want to?
I don't know. I don't care. I don't want her to stay with him. This was going on. She got in a car accident after the last season, right? So she couldn't go back to work. She was supposed to go work at Cliff and your girl's place Taste, right? So she get in a car accident, and now she at home making jewelry, but they still supposed to be planning for this wedding. He comes inside, and apparently he has bought a boat, bought a 18-wheeler truck, and he's about to start selling shit on the 18-wheeler truck, but he has not told her any of this shit. And then the thing that he did during the episode, they was on their way to Marie's birthday party, and he tells her in the car, I'm going to Texas tomorrow. And then he acts like he told her that already, and he didn't. To me, anytime somebody have you questioning your reality, I don't care how small it is, you need to get away from that person.
I agree.
Because I don't know what the fuck else you could be lying about, but you did not have that conversation with me. And so for you to act like you did so you can escape accountability for not telling me after they already had a conversation about how he's not communicating with her, I think she needs to just leave him alone, because I think it's one of them situations where you are very beautiful. You are a sweet woman. People like you. You're with a man that he got his shit together in a way. You got a good job. He keep that chalk lined up on his forehead. He probably smell like a whole, bottle full of cologne, got fake teeth. Niggas go and get their money and make themselves look shiny, but they're still out of shape. They're still not that attractive. They still drink to the point that their pupils are always yellow or red. They're not healthy. So essentially, you still letting that man climb on top of you and do his business, and he not even all of that. But because y'all in the South and he know how to keep himself clean and, make money, you're going to be with a man that I think is essentially going to make you feel bad about yourself in order to make himself feel like he's worthy of you. So I think not telling her shit and keeping her in the dark about things is a way to kind of dominate her, because you don't really want to treat her like shit, because she's not that type of woman, like the woman that you can fight with and you can make it look like it's her fault. She's not like that. We've seen how Selena is for the most part. Very docile, especially in the relationship. Even the way she's talking to him, she doesn't raise her voice. She just said, you're going to talk to me, right? Like the way she talks to him, it makes me feel like the way to control a woman like her is to keep her in the dark about things. And then when she's questioning and she don't know what's going on, it makes her feel unstable. That's his way of being able to have the upper hand over her. So he could feel dominant. He can feel worthy. Is to have her in the dark and confused and questioning herself. It'll eventually eat away at her self-esteem over time that he's not communicating with her. Because she'll eventually like blame herself or ask, what am I doing that you're not communicating with me?
Did they say how long they had been together?
I don't recall. I don't know. But what I do know is I just didn't like that. I didn't like the way I felt like he was keeping things from her on purpose and then like lying to her and saying that he told her. Like, I just didn't like that. To me, that's a red flag when somebody does that.
Gaslighting.
1000%.
Because it's always going to be some bigger shit after that. It's almost like they test you out with these small things that you will let slide because you think it's not that big of a deal. But over time, you just realize you cannot trust that person. So, yeah, I don't think she needs to be with him. So that's the one thing. The other thing is, girl, Glendale has been flirting and is probably, I think, cheating with one of Latrice's friends, Amanda. The girl at one point was the hairdresser for the entire cast.
Yeah, she was on the show at the beginning, right?
She was. And there are text messages of them talking back and forth. At the end of the episode, she showed the text messages and Tambra was like, you know, you obviously like talking back to him. And she was like, yeah, I you know, he kind of my type. So I do kind of pay him mind. And
yeah, black and ugly.
Your type.
Yeah,
black and ugly.
Ugly.
That's what she said. She said black and ugly.
Yeah.
That's he did.
Yeah, y'all know how it is. Like if he got that mean if he's ugly and he black, that mean he gonna have nice white teeth. And then he's also probably gonna have like good dick game if he's ugly. Because ugly niggas, smell good, real clean, got some money, and know how to fuck. Ugly niggas are going to put their best foot forward. Like they know they ugly. They grew up knowing, and especially if they was dark, that mean they grew up with the colorism and feeling ugly. So they're going to be good at fucking just off general purposes. Okay, listen, you're going to be able to say a lot of things about them. You won't be able to say you had a bad experience. That's what Glenn gives. So just as Letitia is giving massages and putting out rose petals, talking about we doing good, no infidelity, child, here goes somebody telling us that that's not the case. And honestly, I don't know what's going on with Latrice, but it felt like Cliff knew what was going on with Amanda and Glendale when they were all sitting down talking to each other. It was the body language when she was talking about how she couldn't wait for her to be out dating again. And then Cliff said, what you want, a man or a woman? It's given Cliff and Amanda kind of knew what was going on. And people was like, they think Latrice knew already too. And I'm like, she might have known before we saw her in that scene. But in that moment, I definitely feel like it just looked like they knew something she didn't know. It was the body language, the way they weren't making eye contact, the way she was talking, the way they were seated. Like she's sitting on one side of the bar and they're seated on the other side of the bar. Just the body language made me feel like Amanda and Cliff have been around each other when Treese wasn't around. And this is why Cliff knows what's going on with Glendale. And of course, Glendale.
Well, yeah, they are. Glendale and him are close, so I'm sure he about know everything that he does. But I do think Treese know. I think Treese was just trying to remember that she's on camera and to not probably give much of a reaction to anything. But I think what Cliff know, she know, especially when she's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna put her in our business just a little bit. And I'm like, you probably do that all the time. And Cliff didn't mind it. And she puts y'all in her business too. I think they all know what's going on. But because Latrice just got back from this place of having beef with Letitia, she's going to act like she didn't know anything or whatever the case is to not have no more friction. But you know what's going on. She been new and about been wanting to air her out, but didn't want to put Amanda out there like that.
Okay. I don't know why I feel like it seemed like Latrice didn't know something in that moment, but I could be wrong. I don't, it's nothing. But it's something about Latrice that works on my nerves a little bit. All that twitching and
yes, nervousness.
Yes.
It's the fake confidence for me.
Yes.
She knows she's a pretty girl, but it's still like the insecurity is jumping off her skin at times. Even when she get into it with the other ladies, it seems like she's not so sure or she's just, maybe it's just her nerves. Her nerves still, they just jump and they so loud.
Oh, I want to be clear because I thought I said this already. I'm not talking about in the scene at the end when they're at the shop and she's seeing. I know she knows then.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, she knew before they talk about it at the salon. I'm talking about when they were at the bar and they were talking about her dating and all of this. And I'm just saying, it was just about, because at first, y'all, when I was watching it and they was asking, I was like, is she fucking Cliff? Like the way she looked down when they started talking about it as if she wanted to hide something, it made me, I'm like, girl, you fucking Cliff. That was the thing that kind of came into my mind. And then when it comes out later on, I'm like, no, you're not fucking Cliff. Cliff's gay. Of course not. What's actually happening is, you know, the business. Y'all both know the business. And I don't know if Treese knew at that time. Of course, I do think she probably knew after that, before that scene, obviously. But yeah, it's something about Treese that makes me feel like she's a space cadet. So even if that shit was going on around her, she may not have necessarily been paying attention to it until somebody actually brought it to her attention. And I think Amanda may not have told her immediately, just in case she might have said something to Letitia. So that's another reason why I was like, Amanda probably waited until they started taping for that season to really tell that girl what the fuck was going on, because she want to be on the show. So that's what I assume, but we'll see. Either way,
they be planning this shit out.
They do. I don't like Amanda. I just don't. Her energy is grimy. When she said, you know, you messing around with him, and you know, I guess Tampa was like, you know, he really on you like that, and she was like, well, look at his wife and look at me. I was like, now, bitch.
Ooh,
that was messy.
Those.
I was like, damn, not you just got out of your marriage for similar issues, and then now you over here messing with this lady husband. I'm like, that's not nice.
Yeah,
that's
like that. Because I don't like when women do that, because in real fucking life, it doesn't matter what a woman looks like. It doesn't matter who the woman is. If the man is a fucking grimy ass cheater, he's gonna be a cheater. So he's not cheating with you because you're better than his wife, bitch. He's cheating because he wants new puss. He wants to experience different puss. Not because you're more special, bitch. Like, that's just weird.
Right.
You can still say shit like that after you just went through that. And also after like being this big age, which makes me feel like you be hating on Letitia in some type of way. Like, it gives you're jealous of her. I don't know why, but it's giving you're jealous of her in some way.
On the show.
Well,
because she thinks she looked better than her. So it's like, I can't fathom why she has this and I don't.
Well, you look better than her in the body, maybe, but you don't look better than her in the face.
I think that she pretty much said it. She don't like that lady. I don't think it's so much as she jealous of her. It's just Letitia fake as fuck. Like, that's just what it is. And I feel like she said that, like, I can rock with Marie, but Letitia likes to do shit and hide her hands 1000%. I feel like that's how she shows up. And I think that's what it is. Like, bitch, you think you high shit, huh? I'ma fuck your nigga type thing. Right. I don't really think that's jealousy. It's just you a fake asshole. And I'm gonna make sure I put myself in position to expose you. It's like, damn, you hate her that bad?
I don't know. To me, fucking a nigga definitely gives.
Your man the op too, though.
He is an op, but I'm still gonna stand on the fact that you gotta be hating on that bitch some type of way. Cause if I really don't like you, I don't like nobody fucking with you neither. Like, if you're not my cup of tea, I'm not gonna think the person that you with is my cup of tea. Like,
that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't want shit to do with you, really.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't want shit to do with that fuck ass nigga. In all honesty, a part of me not liking you would probably be that you let that stupid ass nigga play in your face like that, and he be out here in my fucking DMs. I would, but the way she was talking about that nigga, it sounded like she fucked that nigga. I don't care what she talking about.
Not.
She was trying to act like it was just in the DMs, but yeah, it's giving you might have fucked that. Because to me, people from small towns sometimes do shit because they be bored. So we all fucked up and in the same place. We might fuck in the bathroom. Like, I'm just saying. So, and they be around each other a lot. And he been flirting with her it seemed like he been flirting with her for a minute. So yeah, no, it definitely give y'all, especially at Takes. As soon as they made that lounge, honestly, he probably was plotting on that girl. And it wasn't until they got that fucking lounge that he could bring somebody to that lounge where they got condos up above. Okay, a bitch could leave her appointment with Latrice, go to Taste, go upstairs, and get fucked by Cliff, and nobody would know.
He could go to her shop for that.
He could, but you know, just saying. I'm just saying, because they do feel like Cliff might be the I'ma help you out, because then you could say you was with me type of thing.
Right. I think that theory works possibly for other women because I refuse to believe Cliff got that condo just for him. Like him and Glenn definitely hanging out at the condo.
But you heard what was going on with Latrice. She's questioning whether Cliff is cheating on her. She said, you used to be all up under me and now you're not even coming home, and she gonna go and run behind him. And I'm like, why? Like, let him be gone. Like, let somebody else do it. Why?
And my other thing is, I know you got access to the cameras at Taste. So you know what's going on. You must have saw something that was like, I'm gonna pull up on him.
And who's fucking Cliff?
So some old country bitch that just want to do something because because Latrice is on the show and they not. That's exactly who.
Some young little thing that don't take much convincing.
I didn't. Okay, so let's talk about Marie. Marie had both of her men on the show, and I ain't gonna lie, I was proud. I was proud of a girl. I was like, girl, you better have both of them niggas swing you around. You know why? Because she's single. She's single. And I think everybody knew, and she told everybody what was going on. So everybody knew what the fuck was going on.
She
now,
did.
if y'all both want to show up, that nigga said he wasn't gonna be there. He show up, the white boy was invited, so now we all here. And I told the white boy I was gonna dance with him. So when the white boy said, come here, and she left from Cedric to go dance with the white boy, I said, you better, because let's not forget, Cedric was fucking around. And I don't know who Cedric was fucking around with, but he was fucking around a lot. Okay? So do your thing. Be single. Let that nigga fight, vie for your affections and all of that. And I feel like you should stay single. And y'all should keep separate houses like you got right now and all of that shit.
I think he don't want her back with him being in them confessionals. I was like, wow. So we already giving him confessionals before we see how this situation play out.
And that white man went back home to his wife. I think we all knew, like that was gonna happen. She was just supposed to be having fun. I'm mad that she's back with Cedric. I don't care what they talking about, because I just feel like once a cheater, always a cheater, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, he's just weird.
Yeah.
Like, girl, just be single. Just be single and live your fucking life. Don't remarry that nigga.
Please don't. Because you're gonna be having to get him another $10,000 watch, girl. Just date.
Tambra pissed me off though, because when Tambra was like, it looks like they both take good direction. Well, let the best submissive man win. And I just didn't like her. Yeah, I didn't like her saying that, because to be honest, bitch, you wish you had a man that even acted like he respected you. Because Damon don't act like he like you. He don't act like he's submitting to you no type of way. Seemed like you was doing all the submitting and he wasn't doing shit. Seemed like you need a man that's gonna actually submit and marry you like he said he was, and not just have you moving into his fucking house and having babies and shit, and they never gave you the ring that you wanted. I'm just saying.
I wonder if they still together.
Probably not. That's why we ain't hearing about it, because that relationship probably didn't work out. Probably was fucked up while she was pregnant, but she ain't never want to say nothing.
It seemed like it was on a reunion, the last reunion. Something about them moving in together.
And then remember when they moved in, and then when we came back, it was like she still had her own place, and she wasn't all the time at the house. And I just kind of felt like, Tambra, like, why y'all act like y'all don't want submissive men? These dominating men have been playing the fuck out of y'all for years. Maybe y'all should go find a nigga that, I don't know how to chill. Fuck. Because Damon didn't do you any favors, and it sounded like you had been waiting around for years for that nigga. And I'm telling you, I can't stand when women be waiting around 20, 30 fucking years for these niggas, waiting for them to act right. Them niggas don't never act right. But yeah,
20, 30 years.
What's I think about Carrie?
Oh, the new girl. She was doing too much, but she will probably be entertaining.
Yeah. I think I'm the verdict's out. We gonna see. But I like how she got into the group and she didn't really give new girl. It was like she fit right on in type of thing. Because clearly she was all up in Marie's business. But thanks to Letitia, because Letitia was spilling all the business. So she felt like she knew what the hell was going on. So she mingling. But I said, I think to me, Carrie is who people thought Akeisha was.
Yeah. I think so too. I think Carrie is actually gonna be good for a reality show in a way that I think Akeisha is just in real life. Akeisha is that girl in real life. That doesn't translate the same on reality TV. You have to have somebody that's almost a cartoonish version of a fucking person in order to really be entertaining. What did y'all think about the way she kind of jumped in Marie's business? And Marie was like, I'm uncomfortable.
I didn't mind it because Marie kept talking. She could have said, Tisha, can I talk to you over here? So she kept talking. So I was standing there too, like, okay, what's going on? It was something else
that man before.
Huh?
She went over to that man before she even went over to Marie.
I'm hollering. I'm blaming Letitia because Letitia was guiding her through the
Yes.
room. But I will say, I don't know if y'all get the same vibe, but Carrie kind of gives me Real Housewives-esque.
She do.
I could see her over there versus with these ladies.
Which
I'm
one is
like,
Carrie on this picture?
the one
The one
sitting next
sitting
to
Got-
Marie?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm liking her. I'm like, I don't know now. She might come and outshine y'all. I said, but oh wow, we got
Yeah.
another woman on the show for Letitia to feel like this person acting like they better than her and they complaining. Because if you calling Marie's event shabby chic, then what the hell you finna call Letitia brunch when you go to it? What you gonna say about that? And she couldn't even take what Akeisha had to say. So she
And
might come in and outshine these ladies a little piece. We'll see.
Letitia already put her on a pedestal when she was talking about being in her feminine energy, and Carrie is her new feminine friend. And I was like, yeah, with a feminine husband. I'm sorry. I saw that nigga. I'm sorry. Anytime I see a man with a whole bunch of muscles and a bald head, I'm like, that nigga is going to the gym for the niggas. Okay.
No, really?
I mean, when the muscles,
I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't get a read on them really. I want to see more.
yes,
I can't wait till we get
course.
into your tea. What's going on with you?
But it was the way he looked, and it's her personality type. I don't know why, but she reminds me of the type of woman that would be with a closeted gay man. Cause it's like,
Really?
yeah, she like there's a very like perky, I have the best
The hyper
life.
feminism.
Yes.
Is it like that?
It's the hyper feminine thing. It is. And also, like I said, his aesthetic. We don't know this man. He might be straight as fuck, y'all. I know how y'all hate when I do that. But as soon as I see somebody with a tight ass shirt on and buku muscles, y'all, I'm sorry. Like, it's hard for me not to go to, well, the gay guys are gonna love him.
I will say what stood out for me with Carrie was her letting everybody know that this ship does not run unless mama is working, because my money pretty much pays the damn bills in this bitch. And I was like, well, what does the husband do? Is he not doing anything as a sports agent? Is he not booking things? Because you made it seem like you were the head of the household. And that's fine if that works for y'all marriage. I'm just wondering.
That's not the baseball. That's another thing. I don't know, y'all. I perceive certain sports to be like, like there are certain sports that it's like you can see the gay niggas that are in this sport. Baseball, and you're like a manager for the baseball players, and then you're like really in shape with tight shirts on and a very like overly perky wife that a gay man would like really love to be friends with, but they, okay, I'm sorry. I'm creating the scenario of what I saw in my mind. I don't know if it's true or not, but we gonna see. She's interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all know how much Carlos loves a marriage that's gonna embarrass the woman eventually. So
loves it. I'm gonna have to jump in. I forgot it came back.
Yeah, it was just the first episode, but it was cute, child. It was cute enough. I did like Marie. I didn't say anything about Marie and Latrice, but I am tired of them flirting with each other. I am. Like, why are you asking her if she gonna touch your ass? Like, and I'm supposed to not say anything so I don't upset the people that don't want to hear me say the motherfuckers be gay. But you're like, you gonna touch?
Nah, keep saying it.
Because I was just like, what is? All right, girl. Latrice, fine, but in the perfect world, Latrice is either bi or gay, at least with somebody her own fucking age. In the perfect world, Marie and Essie are married, and then they stop playing games with everybody, and they just be the long-standing little lesbian auntie couple that they look to be with their little short hairstyles and stuff. Big butts and short hairstyles, okay? All right, the elder lesbians, they have a look, okay? But that's all I got. That's all I wanted to do tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed our show. We're back. Okay, follow all of us if you would like to see our content. Okay, follow Niecy Dixon. Follow me if you don't. Follow Jamie, that's me. Follow everybody's YouTube channel. Niecy does vlogs and content for her real estate business. Okay, and Jamie is on top of every story all the time, like no other. You hoes cannot keep up. Okay. And y'all know me. I'm gonna say the thing that everybody's thinking, but nobody wants to say out loud. And together we make a perfect combination of combination, okay, of black women. We do. So y'all support us, and y'all come back for the next show, which will be on Niecy's
My
channel.
channel.
Yeah,
Yes, Niecy's channel. So follow Nicki right fucking now, so you'll know when we go live next Thursday for another Ooh Ladies First panel. Well, y'all have a good rest of y'all evening. Later.